What it do, baby boo? What it do? Waiting for homies to show up so we can chit chat. See what kind of bullshit we get into these days. We're gonna be on the Knights of the Round Table today, I think. Let me put a fucking thing out there for everybody in the club. Do 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 do. Boo doo doo doo. Translation. What? Oh, I didn't copy. My bad. Do 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 do. Oop. Mm. Scared like a baby, baby, like a baby. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I be on it, all that. I be on it straight pivot, and you can find me in the Queens. Are they gonna score this? Oh no, sack fumble, huh? Oh, it was a fumble touchdown too. Wow, this game's over. Verse for a 57-yard touchdown. One tackle, one huge play. They went from 62% to 88. Damn, that's a big jump. Hurry up, hurry up. Reaganomics. Reaganomics. Fortima 2, what the fuck is that? A linguist is a blend? No, it is a blend by the meaning of parts of sounds of two or more words. And Reagan economics attributed to Paul Harvey. Or Reaganism, where the neoliberals. Promoted by U.S. Reaganomics. These politics are characterized as supplying side economics and trickle down economics or voodoo economics by proponents, including some Republicans, while Reagan and his advocates prefer to call it free market capitalist. Free market. The pillars of Reagan's economic policy included increasing defense spending, balancing the federal budget, and slowing the growth of government spending. So we can write that down. That's part of Reagan. All right. Increase military budget. Slow government spending and balancing the budget. Reducing the federal income tax and capital gains tax. Reducing the capital gains tax and federal income tax. It's funny because he didn't do any of that shit personally, but whatever, you know. And tightening the money supply to reduce inflation. Ooh, you gotta do that too. That's important. That's a job. That was his goal. The results of Reaganomics is still in debate. Supporters point to the end of stagflation, stronger GDP growth, and an entrepreneurial revolution in the decades that follow. Critics point to the widening income gap, what they described as an atmosphere of greed, reduced economic mobility, declining in real median wages, and the national debt tripling in 8 years, which ultimately reversed the post-World War II trend of shrinking national debt by G, the D, and the P.
You're reading some D and P.
Yeah, but where's the G? It was great. It was. See? Haha. Great damn pussy. That's what GDP is. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mama? Yep. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Proponents of plan say it led to higher, or I should say GDP growth, end of stagflation, What up, what up?
What up, what up?
Oh, not much. Can you hear me?
I can. You got
I can. You got kind of a weird sound.
Reverbing.
Okay.
You're reverbing.
Okay, let me adjust some audio settings. I'll leave the channel. I'll adjust some audio settings, and I'll come back.
Yeah, that's all good, brother.
Okay.
All good, brother.
Yep,
Okay.
About to lose my mind, hearing myself backwards. All right. Opposite side says it widen income gap caused by greed, reduced economic tripled. Chanel deck. Prior to the Reagan administration, the United States economy experienced a decade of high unemployment and persistent high inflation known as stagflation. High unemployment rates and high inflation.
Okay, is this any better?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't hear myself talking back
Okay.
either.
Okay, good. I turned on echo cancellation. Maybe that was it.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I just got a new display. It's a 43-inch TV, 4K.
Oh, yeah.
So before I had headphones on, but this TV doesn't have an easily accessible headphone jack yet. You know,
Okay,
Like, it
yeah.
has one, but it's on the back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you were talking about interviewing that guy the other day, right?
I was what?
Were you talking about doing a podcast interview with someone?
Well, I
Was that-
sent a couple of emails out to a couple of professors from the U of M, so I'm hoping someday they email me back. I didn't get one yet. but
Yeah.
I haven't got a no or a yes.
Okay, what do you want the format to look like? Like when somebody's watching your podcast, do you want to like be two webcams so you can see them both at the same time? You're cutting back and forth, or
I don't know.
envision
So
the video?
I don't know. So like, I mean, the first thing I told them like, because the one guy does it like remotely, you know. So like, you know, if he could join the Discord, we can just fucking kind of do it there.
Yeah.
And then I guess
Do you have the ability to individually record everybody's webcam? Can you make a different video file from each person's webcam?
I have
Can you
no
do
clue.
that?
I mean, I bet my computer can. I just can't. I mean, somebody can. I should have my buddy come over here and look at all this shit because he's smart with all that stuff.
Because I used to be a video editor, right?
Yep.
I used to be, right? Like years ago before I got sick. Before I went crazy, I was a video editor. You know? So here's why I asked if you could have a separate input for each camera. Because if you're recording it live and you have a different video file for each camera's feed,
Yep.
then that gives you so many more options later on
For
when you're
angles.
making a video out of it.
Yeah, when you're
You know,
yeah.
you know, the ability to cut to different cameras and stuff.
Mhm.
If it's one feed, you cannot do that. But if you're like three participants, it's three feeds. You want to make one of them full screen. In your video editing software, you just make that stream full screen, right?
Yep.
But if everybody is in one video file, you can't do that. You got one video source. You know what I mean?
Yep, that makes sense.
And that's called an A/B roll, right? You have your A camera and your B camera, and they're both rolling at the same time. And then once you synchronize them up to the time in your video editing software, then it's as easy as flip back and between the tracks. You know, you flip back between A and B.
What software
Before you
what software do you have to download to do that?
Have you checked out KDUN Live?
KDUM?
That's KDENLIVE. KDN Live.
Yeah, I mean, I tried downloading it. It keeps it's installs just from Ethan's computer. I've tried installing it, and then every time it installs, it just like doesn't have like a file.
You should be able to go to. Are you downloading a zip or are you downloading a setup file? Like, are you downloading exe you run or just a zip file? It's available. I think. I know it's available as a zip file because that's what I get. But I think there's a setup file too. Which one are you downloading?
Just the file. It's on my desktop right now.
Yeah, because the best way to do it is not if there is an installer. I don't know if there is because I never use it if there was one. But the best way to do it is to install the zipped package that they have. because when you unzip, because there's no installer in that, right? And that matters.
Yeah.
Because the reason it matters is that KDN Live is a fairly stable program within the same version, right? But when you upgrade it, sometimes your old projects don't work right, or sometimes they crash when you try to open them, right?
Yep.
Like on a different version, right? So on Windows, the best thing to do is to download the archive, and then when you unarchive that, you have the files, and then you just find the exe file. That's the one you want. You double click on the exe file, that starts it. If you want to create a shortcut to it, you can right click on the exe file. And I think on Windows 11, there's no create shortcut directly. You won't see it when you right click on it. But if you go down and show more options to get the old Windows context menu, then one of the options is create shortcut. And then you just drag that shortcut after you create it to your desktop, wherever convenient. And then you double click on that and launch the program. But what we're looking for is an exe file, right? Because a normal setup file, right? You download a normal setup file, it's an exe, you double click, it runs, and it installs the software, right?
Yep.
So what a normal setup file does is it copies the files to where they need to be, and then it creates shortcuts in your start menu so you can get at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you download the archive, you don't have a setup file. So you just unarchive it wherever you want it, like the setup file would ask you where to put it. You just unarchive it wherever you want it. Then you go into that folder using Windows Explorer. You find the exe file that starts it off, KDN Live, and you create a shortcut to that, put the shortcut wherever you want, and boom, that's installed, right? And the reason you want to do this is because if there is a setup file, I don't know, I never use it, but if there is one, if you run that setup file and it's already installed, it's going to want to uninstall it, right? And if you have a project, if you want to switch to a new version, and you have some old projects that won't work in the new version, then you want to keep the old version of KDN Live around so you can open those old projects, right?
Yep.
But for your new projects, you just switch to the new version, right? So if you download an archive, then you are 100% in control of the files, and you don't have to worry about what the setup exe program is going to try to do to your file system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that matters is because between versions, sometimes projects don't make it to the next version, and you need that old version to keep opening it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds like a problem, but it's not, right? If you're in the middle of a project, you don't upgrade until you're done that project, right? And as newer projects go on, whenever you start a new project, you just make sure you have the latest version when you start a new project, and you keep that version for the entire length of the project. You're not going to miss. There's no big new features coming out every version that you're going to miss. You stick with what works. When your project is done, then for new projects, you get the new version. If your old project doesn't open in the new version, you have the old version in a different folder. You can run that when you want to open your old project. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
I tried every time I download it, it just fucking it keeps sending me like the install. Like it always makes me like reinstall it. I install it, and I've done it like a couple times. I can't actually like get into the actual app or whatever.
So you're not getting an entry in your start menu.
Yeah, because every time I do it, it sends me back to install this thing again. I'm like, I already installed it like 100 times. Or not really, but yeah, it keeps saying
I'm going to the website. Okay, on the website,
Yep.
where you would download at the top, under the Windows, it will give you two options, installable and standalone.
You want me to do standalone?
Standalone is the one you want because that's the one that's just a zip.
Okay, yeah, because I was just doing installable, so maybe I'll try that.
So okay, I know what's going on. Yeah, I know what's going on. Okay, so standalone is an exe, but if you download it, what it is it's an exe created with the 7-zip archiver. It's an archiving program.
Uh-huh.
So that standalone file, it says exe, but it's actually an archive. Give me a second, I'm downloading it because I'm going to run it with you.
All right, got you.
Yeah. Are you running Windows 10 or 11?
11.
11? Okay.
Vikings game makes me want to go sit at Misfits
Hey
and drown my sorrows.
man, I get it. I kind of predicted this was gonna happen, but it is what it is. Fucking Vikes. I don't know. I predicted them to lose, so I'm not surprised at all.
Okay, I got the file downloaded.
You got it
Are you
downloaded?
in the same? Yeah, are you in the same folder where you see KDN Live 24.12.0 standalone exe?
I got Ken Live 24.12.0. I don't got the exe. I can't do standalone, it said, because I think it's already downloaded the other one.
Okay, you see a file ending in standalone.
I do not have
And
one.
there's like
It says
an
standalone.
icon says
It says make
an
sure.
icon
Hold
on
on.
the head.
It says make sure you trust Ken Live standalone before you open it. Yeah. Keep it.
Okay, so double click on that. That's what you're doing. I'm going to do that too. So now, does it say Windows protected your PC?
Mine says make sure you trust it. Microsoft Defender Smart Screen couldn't verify if this file is safe because it isn't commonly downloaded. Do you want to download it or delete it?
Okay, so you're still in your web browser.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to go
choose
to
to
my
down-
files? My files have. I don't have the standalone. I just got the Ken Live 24.12.0.
Does it say standalone
Mine doesn't
in the
say.
file name?
No.
Get the standalone one.
I was just telling you every time when I was trying to download it, it tells my computer basically stops me. Hold on. I gotta make sure I keep this. Keep this.
The aliens got a big announcement.
What are they announcing?
Before Trump hits office.
What's gonna happen before the Trump hits office? The big message.
They call it a spiritual ascension.
Oh yeah. What's that mean?
Something about every 100 million years, we are going to experience something that will shock us, and they're supposed to be friendly with us.
I guess my question would be, there was no humans 100 million years ago, so how do we know they come every 100 million years ago, or every 100 million years? That'd be my question.
Well, they're technically way more advanced than us, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Probably with a government disclosure about the UFOs in the past.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know. I personally don't know if aliens have ever been here personally anymore. I used to kind of think that way, but there's no like concrete evidence of it. But I mean, there's a lot of speculation. I'll give you that.
It's 100% chance there's aliens out there.
Yeah, just
There's
I'm just not
aliens
here.
Yeah, there's aliens out there. The universe is so big. And if there's no aliens out there, then there is a God, because God created us. But other than God creating us, there are aliens out there. But I don't think they've ever been here, because space is so big and it takes so long to get anywhere. You know?
I agree.
Like there's aliens, but they're not here. They're like 1,000 light years away. That star has aliens. They're in the Stone Age. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's what I would kind of say, because fucking, I think it would take us 14 light years, like the closest fucking galaxy to us, and I can't remember where I read it. It was like 8,000 years would take us to get there, or something ridiculous at current speeds.
With the best rockets we have, it would take about 65,000 years to get to the nearest star, which is 4 light years away, Alpha Centauri.
You know?
Yeah.
1,000 years with the best rockets we got right now. You know? And you gotta live to get there. You know? We're gonna live for 65,000 years. It's not even gonna be you who gets there. You know?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It would be like probably like 100 generations of living and dying on a ship before a human steps foot to it. You know?
And that's with our best rockets, right? I don't know. Does warp drive even exist? Is that a real thing? You know, or is rockets as good as it gets in the real universe? And that's why we don't need anybody, because nobody can get anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Maybe warp drive is a fantasy. Maybe we can't go faster than light, which means we'll never get anywhere. We're stuck here.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we're stuck nearby if we can't get faster than light. Unless if we perfected like cryo freezing.
And you can't go very fast either, because in the interstellar medium, there's plenty of free floating hydrogen, right? And
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like a problem, but it is a problem. Because
that fast.
once you get up to about 10% the speed of light, like fairly slow, because remember, at 100% the speed of light, it's going to take you 4 years to get there, right?
Yep.
But here's the thing: when you get up to about 10% the speed of light, and your craft is moving through space, that interstellar hydrogen starts to impact your craft, right?
Yeah.
And you're going 10% the speed of light, which is fucking slow. As fast as you can go, right? And at 10% speed of light, when that hydrogen impacts your craft, the energy from the collision converts the interstellar hydrogen into gamma ray radiation, which penetrates your craft and kills everything biological inside it. So not only is everything so far away, but we can't even go fast or we'll die. So if there is no warp drive, which there might not be, if there is no warp drive, we can't get anywhere. But biological life cannot get anywhere in space. If you were a machine that was intelligent, you can turn yourself off till you get there. But biological life doesn't have that option. So space travel, while it's like everybody wants it, everybody would love to go to the stars, in reality, it may never happen. There may not be a warp drive, and you can't go faster than 10% the speed of light, and even then you're going to die. So in the real world, there might be no going to the stars for biological life. We might send machines there, but we're not going unless there is a warp drive, and there might not be.
Yeah.
Everybody still there?
Yep. I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
Fastest anything has
Yeah.
gone.
But
Yeah, but
still,
it's interstellar hydrogen that gets you. When you're going fast and you hit it, it turns to gamma ray radiation, which kills you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say gravitational
Yeah, there is a
waves.
lot of talks and theories about aliens and travel with them. One of the weird things is about the Pope opening these portals, and I think, the aliens can travel faster than light speed, and it's almost like a portal opens up for them. That's what I think.
See, I can't say it's not true because our science isn't complete, right? So there's stuff we don't know yet. We may never know some things. So I can't say that we can't go faster than light. But I don't know. If it's possible, we don't know how to do it. You know?
Yes.
There are things that, in theory, yeah, but it relies on unobtainium. Or yeah, if you had this exotic matter, which doesn't exist in the real universe, then you could go faster than light. Oh yeah, nice theory. But okay, this exotic matter you're talking about is called unobtainium, which means you can't get it. It doesn't exist. But if you had it, that's as close as we get to going faster than light. If you had what's called exotic matter is its name, you could use the properties of that matter to go faster than light, the way it works, right? But the thing is that exotic matter does not exist. It's an idealized form of matter, which if you magically had it, you could do things, but it doesn't form in the real universe. It doesn't exist in the real universe, and we can't make it, for exotic matter.
Well, I was thinking, it might exist, but not known to the human life form, the Homo sapiens or whatever. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
could.
that's completely possible.
different-
And we just don't know it,
Yes.
Well, at least
Yeah.
we know that it's not at least possible in our galaxy right now. That's why, all of our theories and stuff are all just theories because outside of our galaxy, we technically don't know if Newton's
know.
laws
Yeah.
actually work out there because we haven't been out there yet, so we can't actually confirm or deny either way. So
Yeah.
Yeah, how I put it, we know a fraction of a percent of physics and the known universe. Every day it's changing.
Yeah.
Like you say, galaxy. or the Milky Way or whatever, and
Yep.
and black holes and stuff. This is like never ending. The universe, I think.
It is never ending. The closest black hole to us is like said 14 light years away. So it's
Okay.
fucking. I mean, it sounds close, but it really is not. Like it's fucking super
No.
far away. The number 14 does seem big, but
If a star goes nova, the kill sphere around it's only 40 light years.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so when a star goes nova, all life within 40 light years gets killed from the radiation when a star goes nova, right? So 14 light years, that's really close. You know, I just think how most black holes are created by stars exploding. You know,
Yep.
yeah.
I'm not too worried about that shit.
You know, it's funny. 'cause
That's
you-
good. That's good information. Are you the scientist that Wally brought in?
No,
I'm
not
not a
yet. I'm getting
scientist.
there. I'm working on it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
His interview, okay, yeah.
I can tell you, his name
you're
is
pretty
Keith
smart.
Olive.
Keith Alamode.
He's a scientist, the guy from the U of M. He's a like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh,
dude.
sweet.
I'm trying to interview him.
Oh, sweet. Oh, you actually potentially found somebody?
Well, no, I sent a couple emails out to a couple of professors at the U of M. I'm just hoping that someday maybe they send me an email back because I looked up. I was like, who from the U of M that are professors do like YouTube videos? Like, just looking up. And I'm like, oh, this guy does. There's a couple other
Yeah.
people. I'm like, all right. Well, and then I looked at their channels that they worked on. It was like 1,000 people views, whatever. I'm like, oh, so they deal with smaller channels. Maybe they'll fucking just want to, talk about what the fuck they know, So I was trying to fucking
Yeah.
ask him. I'm like, hey, bro, I just have some real interesting questions about what the fuck, because he's into theoreticals, like black holes, all this shit. Dude. He's
right.
super smart, dude.
Ooh, nice.
Like I posted,
That's
I posted him
what
in the what was it?
Are you going to give him your questions ahead of time? It's
That
always
would
a
be
good
the goal,
idea.
yeah. At least kind of.
Yeah.
At least maybe not the questions
Yeah.
themselves, but at least the topics. Like, I want to talk to you about
Yeah.
the black holes. I want to
So
talk
we
to you
can
about
blow it
like
up on 'em.
what is like what
Well,
does it
there's
take
a
for
good-
us to go to space? Because like I was just reading about how they're still having problems trying to figure out how to get past the Orion belt, whatever, the last atmosphere.
There's a good reason to give him your questions ahead of time for anyone you're interviewing, and the reason is because you get a better product out of it. Because you're not surprising him.
Yep.
He's actually thought about what he's going to say. He says it, and then when you're sharing what you've made with him, this video, it will be a lot more together. It's more cohesive because there's less ahs and ahs, and you'll actually let him know that we're going to be worth his time because he'll be able to see the questions before he commits to his time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he looks at questions, he goes, those are good questions, he might be more interested. But if he goes, those are worthless questions, he's not going to get a hold of you. You
For
know?
sure.
So it's beneficial for both parties to share the questions so he can be prepared. You're more likely to get an interview if he likes your questions. And the final product will be better because of it, because you aren't going to be ambushing him at every turn. He'll be prepared. So when it's time for the question, you answer the question. You ask the question, he answers it. You talk about it a bit. You go on to the next question, right?
Yep.
And the important part is your end product will be better if you don't ambush him with questions.
Mhm.
Because if you give him the questions beforehand, he's prepared, so he gives proper answers within his area of expertise, and you get better footage out of it to mix together later.
Yep.
You know?
I agree. No, yeah, I would
Yeah.
never want to ambush, especially something like that, dude. It's like I'm not trying to be like an asshole or be mean to this person. Like it's somebody I would have liked to, if it happened, I'd like to have him come back on or tell his
Yeah.
colleague people like, hey man, these people really got to
Yeah.
fucking interview me. I had a good time, but so yeah, for sure. I get exactly what you're saying.
And another thing you can do when you send the other party the questions ahead of time is you can add a note in there. Would you suggest any changes to these questions, or would you suggest any ones that I've missed?
Yeah.
You know, because they are the expert, and you're interviewing them to spread their expertise, right?
Yep.
So they are the focus.
Yeah,
And
they're
what
the star.
what they have to say is what makes your video.
Yep.
So you want them to shine. You know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I posted in the topics and questions thing. I posted his last podcast. He just did this like 2 weeks ago, so I listened to like an hour of it to kind of get an idea what he likes to talk about. Like so I mean, I've been kind of doing my little
Yeah.
homework about. Like I said, I was trying to read some of these fucking space times and shit. It's fucking so dense and so mathematically hard, but I'm trying to push through so I can ask good questions, not just fucking
I
the basic simple ones that everyone always asks, like, what's space like? Or, like, no, I want to fucking know about like string theory. Actually, it's funny because I had a guy at the bar talk to me about string theory. He's a fucking super smart guy. I'm trying to talk him into fucking coming on the podcast. But yeah, no, the people that you interview are supposed to be your fucking. They're supposed to be the stars of the show. I always equate it to like, if you're a defense attorney and your fucking person's on the trial, you're supposed to let them tell the story, not you. You're not supposed to press them. You're supposed to just guide the questions, guide the conversation to get them to get their whole side of the story. Same with this guy. This guy wants to tell his story about what he knows and how smart he is and shit, obviously. So as long as you're gonna ask the right questions and probe the right ways to make sure that he fucking continue his story about all the shit he's learned in his life, dude. He's fucking smart as fuck.
And whenever he's prepared, you get that good footage.
Yep.
You get good podcasts. It means that people watching your podcast, they see a good one, they're more likely to come back for the next one.
For sure.
You know?
Yep.
It's good. You weren't ambushing. There weren't lots of arms and ahs. There weren't like rolling his eyes because you gave him a bad question. You know? It'll all be good questions. It'll all be good responses because he'll be prepared to answer them. And then that gives you good footage, make you do a good podcast. Somebody comes in and watches it. They think it's good. They're going to watch the next one because they like your method.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your method is ambushing them and leaving them going blah, 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 or having them roll their eyes because you asked a stupid question, if that's your method, not very many people are going to stick around for subsequent podcasts from you, you know?
Yeah, unless you were to make it like super funny and it goes like that's the only way that works. If you ambush somebody, you have to be different. But I'm not trying to be that way. I'd rather have substantive conversations. I want to fucking, like I said, the whole point of talking to people, hopefully, is to learn something and learn together, like along the way.
And it's understandable that some people don't want to do interviews as well because they've been ambushed, or somebody coming in saying they're doing an interview, but they got some other agenda.
Yep.
You know,
For sure.
so from everybody's view, it's like, and then how much time does the guy have? Who knows? He might be overworked. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, he hasn't emailed me back, good or bad. So I mean, I guess no news is not bad news. But yeah, I would like. There's a couple other teachers I want to fucking or not interview, but at least try to. I guess like I want to talk to this econ teacher and learn about like to see what this person says about the Trump policy versus the last 4 years policy. Like what the tariffs are really going to do. From an actual academic person's point of view.
Yeah.
I try to get a fucking nurse on, but she says she can't now because the hospital she works at doesn't allow political shit no more because they have bomb threats and shit, stupidly.
Yeah, I know.
People are fucking retarded.
Yep. But I mean, I almost had one set up with this one chick, but then she told me she can't, so that kind of upset me. But that's the stuff. I want to talk to people in the fields, like because like I said. You know what? If I want to learn about like the Civil War history, right? Who would be better to talk to than somebody who fucking is a historian on the like those are the people I want to talk to people in the expertise of those fields, so I can actually learn straight from the horse's mouth, and ask the questions that I know and the ones that I could read into more to get more in depth on and shit like that. Because that's kind of the style of shit I want to do. I want to talk to smart people and figure out shit like that. I don't know.
You want to turn into Joe Rogan?
Kinda. I mean, a more fucking substantive one in a sense, but yeah. The thing is, I don't even mind. Like, the thing is, like, I would like to at least have somebody on the opposite side of things in the sense, like, maybe not like during interviews, but like, like if we're all Dems, let's say, it's not really good conversation because everyone disagrees with each other. I want somebody to be like, no, push back on some issues, kind of thing. Because if it comes kumbaya, then it just gets boring. Everyone just jerks each other off. Be like, oh, yeah, you're fucking right. Oh, yeah, you're fucking right. It's like, no. Nobody likes that. Some people like to have that little bit of conflict. And plus, it helps flush out ideas. Like, people say they believe in things. It's like, well, if I actually ask you some of these hypotheticals, these questions, can you stay consistent with your, if you say yes, is it yes all the way through? Or are you're wishy-washy here, So now can you at least preface that things aren't 100% the way you say they are, or they're not, just shit like that. I want people to think critically. That's the big thing.
Yeah. But I went to your YouTube channel. There's no videos there, man.
What? I see them.
Let me go back to it.
I can see them because I see on my fucking your fucking thing, whatever your videos. I can see them. They're all live. You got to look at probably lives because they're all live streamed.
I'm working home. That's why. Okay, let's go to live.
Yeah, you have to go to the live stream. I got to make these all videos. Eventually, I want to chop these up into like 20, 40 minutes, you know. Like, if we're talking about Canada, like we did for like that 10, 20 minutes, I want to cut that up and say, like, we're chatting about Canada, you know, like the parts we talk about healthcare. I want to chat, you know, instead of having you listen to 5 hours.
Canada.
Okay, so that's why I wasn't seeing them because I didn't even notice there was a live there. Okay,
Yeah, because
I've never seen that. Well, you get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never knew they did that till I started this shit. And I was like, oh, because I went to my videos too. I'm like, why do I have no videos? I'm like, oh no, they're all lives.
I remember too when we're attempting to get somebody to accept an interview. When you got to give your YouTube channel so they can see it as your portfolio. They got to know they're not going to be wasting their time with you. You know, I've seen interviews where the person interviewing the interviewer. Man, it's like, man, you're being dumb, you know? And like, you can even see the person being interviewed getting frustrated, right?
For sure.
So, as someone who's being interviewed, when you contact them, you need to reassure them that you're not going to waste their time. And the best way to do that is to have a portfolio they can check out. If you have videos that are edited together, nicely made, you can say, oh, and here's my YouTube channel, and you can check it out. And then when they're considering whether or not to accept an interview with you, they'll no doubt go there to poke around the videos and see what they see. And that's going to make their decision, your portfolio. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
How good are you? You know, how serious are you? Or are you there just, you know, to snipe at them, trying to get, you know, talking points out of them? Are you trying to use them, or are you actually exploring a conversation? When they see your videos as your portfolio, that gives them a lot more information to make the decision of whether or not they should accept an interview with you. Because there's so many bad actors out there, you know?
Oh, I for sure get that. So, like, obviously, like, you've been on when we've been streaming and stuff. Like, I mean, we go through ups and downs of being, like, serious. Like, we get into real substantive conversations, and we have our fucking fuck around, talk shit kind of parts. So, I mean, the thing is, yeah. I mean, if somebody were to actually, like, watch, like, all the streams the whole way through and see, like the personality type, they would probably see that we're joking, we fuck around, but we also talk about serious, substantive topics, and we try to, like, because, like, you can see my screen all the time. I always say, like, when we're talking about stuff, I'll be Googling, like, what the fuck we're talking about so I can help the conversation more or learn about what we're talking about as fast as I can, you know? Because, like I said, with that Patrick dude who's more philosophical, he says a lot of words. Like, I know what he's talking about, but I don't know the words because they're all the scientific fancy words. So I'm like, fuck, what is he talking about? I have to Google it quick. I'm like, oh, shit, I do know this. Okay, now I can add to my conversation because before I don't want to sound like a dum-dum.
I read a lot, right? So I know a lot of words, how to read them, but I don't know how to pronounce them because I've only read them. I've never heard them said in real life.
Sometimes,
you know?
Yep.
I have to read it, and I make sounds in my mind where I think it should be said, but I've never heard anybody else say it in real life. So I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I mean, there's been definitely times where I've put on YouTube how to pronounce this word, and I'm like, okay, that's how they say it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, in general, like I said, the whole thing for me is all about, I want to help people think critically, and I want people to fucking start learning from, like, actual people in the fields of things. Like, stop being so scared of people that are like, if someone builds your fucking bridges and shit and your roads, how are you gonna act like you know more than they do? You know, like, that's their fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
Same as, like, the scientists, same as the fucking whoever.
What
you know,
kind
like,
of welding do they use?
Like,
you don't know what kind of welding.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, I don't know nothing about welding. If I went to fucking Mitch and went, dude, you're fucking stupid. You're doing this all fucking wrong. You don't know any fucking clue. You know, I could do it better than you. That's just stupid because I don't know shit about it. You know, like,
And then I would just reverse everything. Gma, fucking your amp, everything.
Yeah.
Are you advocating that the people who know about something be put in charge of it?
Well, no, I'm saying I want people to be less scared of people who are professionals at jobs and things that they think that are, like, against them or whatever. Because the thing is, like, you could talk shit, that's fine, but, like, you should at least have some substance to what you're saying, you know, instead of just parroting the talking points that you hear from all your nightly news or the people you watch or, you know, whatever it is, you know, like, the last thing I heard recently, what was it? What did I hear today? That fucking California fucking turned down like 100 fucking firefighters from Oregon. The second I looked it up, I found out it was all bullshit. But it's like all I heard all day was this
Yeah.
talking point all day. It's
Oh,
like
God.
I'm like, man, can you guys like just actually look up the facts about something instead of just parroting what you
Oh,
heard
you
on the
know what?
news or whatever? Like I said, whoever you're listening to and shit. Like, just think critically. Like, does this make sense? And then if it doesn't make sense, Google it and fucking read a couple of
Yeah,
paragraphs about it instead of fucking just taking people's, for
People
People are too afraid to question shit nowadays because it might make them an outcast. It's like you always want to ask why. That's critical thinking 101 is
Yeah.
asking why.
It's on purpose. And if it came down to my country benefiting, I'd do it too. You know why it's on purpose? Look at the Russian trolls, right? They come in, they take advantage of our open networks. We have the internet, right? You sit down on the computer, you do not have to insert your card into it that is your government ID that proves your identity so that you are allowed to post on the internet while everything you do is recorded.
this is
That
Russia.
goes on here. It's not that way here, right? So we have an open internet anybody can go on. Our adversaries are using that fact against us. It started with Russian trolls around 2015, right?
Mhm.
So those Russian trolls come on. You don't have to prove your identity. Anybody can say anything, and there's no accountability, right? So the Russian trolls started in 2015, and they started spreading lies. They started spreading half truths. They started spreading things that sound good, but really are bullshit. And they started dividing people. And
Yep.
they're doing this on purpose because if our nations are divided and dealing with these internal issues, that means we have less resources to pay attention to them while they are expanding their territory, right? So this is being done purposely. People are purposely poisoning the well on purpose, right? So all this discord, all these talking points, there are reasonable people doing all these stupid things for reasons. And their reasons are it sows discord, it sows division, and it makes us less effective at confronting our actual adversaries. We're so fucking busy dealing with all this internal shit, dealing with fucking morons like Trump, that we don't have the fucking attention left to stop what the Russians are doing right now in Eastern Europe. You know? And that's the way they want it. And they're laughing at us. And they're using our open systems against us. And the only way we can stop it is to make an ID card. And every computer has an ID slot. And it doesn't work until you put it into it. You know? But we can't do that because that's not us.
Yeah.
But because we can't do that, they're using it against us.
Yeah, they use the freedoms we have against us. That makes sense. Yeah, Russia's been fucking with us for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
People act like it's
So
new.
You're a fucking piece of shit on top of that.
all of this discord, all these little issues that turn into big things, it's a lot of the times it's fucking foreign governments fanning the flames because it benefits them.
For
Yeah.
sure, especially on Twitter and shit, dude. Twitter is just a bunch of bots. It's sad.
Yeah.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
the
what
US
that's what I
is
like about
brought up
Facebook.
from-
Well, Facebook completely went anti-LGBT.
No, but I'm just talking about
Facebook-
Facebook. Facebook, it's your face, is your fan. Like you can see who it is. At least it's a
Yeah.
lot better than just being an anonymous name.
Fake profiles too. You know, but you choose who to let in, and you'll realize right away if it's not who they said they were. But there's lots of fake profiles on Facebook too, and there's lots of
There is.
AI crap.
That's
Facebook is just an AI system now. All the crap it shows you that you're supposed to look at, a good chunk of it is just AI garbage. You know,
True.
yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. has brought up a big thing about it, freedom of speech. Everybody talks about that, and like signing up for like TikTok. There's terms and conditions.
Yep.
People don't read through that.
hmm
Nobody
They
reads
just sign up.
True.
Does anybody read those?
I mean,
Have
yeah.
anything?
Like freedom of speech for America is for America, but the thing is, people forget that like Facebook is a private company and X is a private company, TikTok they're all private companies. So like, they don't necessarily have to follow the laws of America. 'Cause you got to think also they're worldwide. So like, they got to try to follow the laws in Saudi Arabia and China and South Africa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I get what you're saying. It probably should be freedom of speech all the way, but I also understand why they don't necessarily have to because they are independent. They're private companies. So now, like,
And they're overseas too.
True. You know what would actually be cool, which people probably hate though? Like, wouldn't it be kind of cool if the government made a fucking like social network where like you had to put like your social security number so it had to be yours, like nobody else could touch your account, you know, and it's yours. And make that like
I would love
legitly,
that.
like make that legitly the town square where you know that you're talking to people, not bots, and all. You know, like I just thought of it now, but like that might be a fucking future thing we should do to help with the town square because that shit doesn't exist no more. Nobody goes to the fucking main street and argues or whatever the fuck they used to do. Now it's just online, so it's like, yeah, to get rid of all these bots and shit. Like I said, maybe you just put your social security number in. You know, you should be the only one that knows it, right? Or maybe like you and your significant other or whatever, you know. But so yeah, just
Yeah, like next weekend or some shit.
well, yeah,
We
man,
should put a patent on that idea and sell it.
I should try to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah,
Like-
I'm just
like
saying
I-
like we
kinda
could,
had a-
you could make it you could call it like the federal town square.
Yeah,
You know, like-
but I kind of had a little bit of an idea like that. It was more or less for like applying for jobs. Like you log onto like a federal database like Indeed for instance, and you had your resume and all that shit, and it gave you a number like a social security number, and all you had to do to apply for jobs is just give them that number, and they could look up your shit, and you could go online or to the courthouse and change it when you need to, you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying like, because like we were saying though, like the disinformation and shit, especially on social medias in general and shit, that's like the number one killer I think like in this world right now because fucking the two worlds. If you listen to this side or this side, and that's all you listen to, you are so far apart. You're not even close. Like I said, you think that everybody on the other side is a devil, and they think the other side's a fucking, you know, like it's just you can't. It's hard to come to any kind of fucking, you know, middle ground or fucking compromise or anything. It's just it's not
There's an
good.
agenda. There are agendas too, eh? You know, when we've heard here and there this Project 25 PP, you know, bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're going to try it. This is their agenda,
Oh, I know.
right? They're going along. Like you heard Pornhub got, fucked
Yeah.
up in the States. Now everybody's got to provide ID, right?
Yep.
I was reading on CNN, so fairly reputable, and they were talking about people behind the scenes. They're like, "Oh yeah, you know, we'll say it's." Basically, they said, "We'll say it's to protect the children, but the real reason is we want to change American society so that all pornography is illegal. You know, you can't get it anywhere, right?"
So I
So
want that,
here's the thing. And they're coming in with misinformation, right? They're telling you that they're advancing the points of their agenda for one reason. They're getting rid of porn, and they're telling you it's to protect the children. But that's their agenda, and the reason they're giving you is a lie. The real reason is they want to make the U.S. puritanical, and getting rid of pornography 100% is in their agenda, right? So in an ideal world, everybody would present their case truthfully, without ulterior motives, and everybody would cooperate towards common goals. But we do not live in that ideal world. In the real world, there are assholes, and they have agendas that benefit them, and they want to centralize power in them, right? And all along the way, they know you aren't just going to give these things to you. So the ones that find themselves in a position of power where they can broadcast messages through media will lie to you. They will misrepresent what's going on, and they will be advancing a hidden agenda using bullshit public reasons. And if you aren't critically aware of what's going on, you might just fall for those reasons, and before you know it, you're in fucking, what's that, Handmaid's Tale? They want it to be like, you know?
Well, the problem is, again, like I said, if you listen, so like if you only watch CNN all day, and you didn't question,
Not
and you
reputable.
didn't question or do anything, that's the problem. Or same as Fox. If you listen to Fox all day and you don't question or do nothing, it's just that's the worst because now you're just being forced, spoon-fed fucking information. Which again, it could be half truths, it could be a quarter truth, could be whole truth. Thing is, you technically don't know because you never actually did any of your own fucking homework to actually read or.
Everybody has an agenda.
Yeah, they have their own agenda. Both of them do. Like I said, the left, the CNNs and them. And say that I think it's funny when people think independent media people don't have agendas too. Like when they think like Ben Shapiro's is whatever or fucking Lex Friedman, whoever. Like they all have their fucking biases. I mean, at best you just try to check them and fucking you can tell people like this is my bias and try to like point that out. So like when you say something, like take it with a grain of salt because this is how I think. You know, like because I have these ideas that are the way it is. You know, but most people are not just open about what they think or believe. You know, they have to.
Here's an example from history, okay? You know Iran, right?
Yep.
You know that fucking little shithole. Okay, Iran is a religious theocracy. It's a religious government. Women have no rights, and they're totally subjugated, right?
Yep. Yep.
But you know, Iran in the past, back I think it was the 80s, Iran used to be a democracy.
Yep.
Women used to have rights.
70s.
Their women
70s,
used to
yep.
look.
It was the late 70s.
Their women used to go to universities, right? And then the U.S. overthrew the democratic supremacists, or white nationalists they call themselves, right? If they really got hold, the future could be 20 years from now. The future in America could be desolate, like Iran is now. Iran used to be free. They're not anymore. It can happen. You can lose your freedom. You know, you can. It's happened. It happens. You know,
Well, we'll never turn into Iran, and you know the elite.
At least not
The
my
elite
lifetime.
changed Iran.
But these 2025 people, Project 25, they want to impose their values onto everybody. And that's the problem. They want you to follow what they believe. And what they don't realize is that if somebody says, I can't do that because of my religion, that's okay. But if somebody says, you can't do that because of my religion, that's not okay. And the 2025 project is all about transforming America to say, you can't do that because of my religion. That's what it fucking is.
They're trying to impose their morality.
You know,
That's the
that
thing.
is it. They're trying to impose their morality exactly as you say.
Yep.
And things can change. Iran used to be a democracy. They used to be. Things can change.
All right, Bill.
You know?
Bill, here's a big question, though. Serious question. What do you think of Canada becoming the 51st state?
Hell no.
I think I'd learned to be a sniper.
I think I learned
How
to be a
about
sniper.
Minnesota becoming a province of Canada?
That shit's so funny. He thinks
I
I would
y'all.
love the Gulf of America,
Gulf of
America,
America.
and Canada be our
No.
northern
US
state.
Of course. Here's a secret. The U.S. cannot win any wars in the modern world. And Russia's finding out the same thing right now.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is you can look it up. It's called asymmetric warfare. That's ASYMETRICK. T-R-I-C. Asymmetric warfare, right? And what asymmetric warfare is, in traditional warfare, you have one side is a big army, the other side is a big army. They show up and they have big battles, right?
Yeah.
But asymmetric warfare isn't about that. It's all about minimizing your exposure while maximizing your damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one example of asymmetric warfare is terrorism, right? You choose your targets, you attack where they're undefended, you make as many casualties as you can, and you fuck off before the cops show up, right? That's terrorism. So that's one example of asymmetric warfare, right? But now other examples of asymmetric warfare include the U.S. war with Vietnam. So the U.S. lost Vietnam. They lost that war. And the reason they lost Vietnam is because the communists in Vietnam used asymmetric warfare tactics against them. And the U.S. military can't fight that kind of war. It's not structured to fight that kind of war. The armies are supposed to march in, put out a flag, and keep on marching. But you can't do that with asymmetric warfare. You have to keep cops everywhere because something's going to blow up randomly every goddamn day. And there's no big army to march around to put out fires because you don't know where they are. It's terrorism, right? But one form of asymmetric warfare worked for Vietnam. Vietnam won the war against America, even though America was so much more powerful because Vietnam used asymmetric warfare. They hit them where they were weakest, and they fucked off before they could organize a response. And they do this over and over and over, right? And now Afghanistan is the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
The U.S. lost the war with Afghanistan. They had to withdraw because Afghanistan, they were also using asymmetric warfare. There were fucking mountains everywhere, right? They just had mountains. If the Americans wanted that, they killed them, and then they fucked off. And everybody did this, right? And after 10 years of this happening, the U.S. is like, well, we can't fucking win because they won't fucking show themselves. So they left. They lost, right? So now here's the thing. If the U.S. crosses our border, Canada isn't stupid. We are going to use asymmetric warfare. And that means that when American soldiers are moving checkpoints here and there, every once in a while, one of them is going to get their fucking head blown off. And it might even be me pulling the trigger. You see, this is my country. You understand? Yep. You know? Asymmetric warfare is why the U.S. cannot win any battle if an enemy uses it with their current military setups.
For
You
sure,
know?
there's a lot of reasons why the U.S. Picked these wars. Also, one of them for Afghanistan, it was for the opium fields or the heroin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to a lesser
Gain
extent,
control
oil.
of that.
Okay, 9/11 happened, right? And everybody like Osama came from Afghanistan, and that's what the terrorists are. At the time, the junior Bush, George W. Bush Jr., was in office, and he was talking to his advisors and like, well, Afghanistan did it, but we're going to go to Iraq. So we went to Iraq, and we only put a token force into Afghanistan, and the rest of the world didn't. I know Canada, we did not join the war in Iraq. We're like, Iraq didn't do a fucking thing to you. Afghanistan did it. And the U.S. government was like, no, we're going to Iraq. We're like, we're not going to Iraq. We're going to Afghanistan. So we went to Afghanistan, and we helped put down terrorism there for a while. Till we got
That country that Gandalf was from,
which Gandalf?
that one that the U.S. went after and killed.
Oh, Gaddafi.
Gaddafi,
That was
Gaddafi, yeah.
Libya.
Yeah, Libya.
Yeah, it's like his theories about life.
For the U.S. in the oil
Yep.
trade, they would have the trade for, and that's when the U.S. said "fuck you" and went in and assassinated him.
Every
Yeah, he
single
was actually a decent
He was
guy.
a
you
really
know?
decent guy,
Mhm.
to be honest, for a dictator.
the world standard for currency is the U.S. dollar. Everybody trades in U.S. dollars. That's what we use, right? And every single time a country has made noises about switching away from the U.S. dollar to something else, people die in that country. It happens. And there's a reason for it. The U.S. economy benefits from being the world currency. A good chunk of your profits come from just being the world currency that everybody uses. If the world switches away from your currency to a different standard, your economy will suffer, right? And suffer a lot. So, in national interests, that if some country like Gaddafi in Libya says, "Oh, we're not going to use the U.S. dollar anymore," you kill that fucker before it spreads. You need people using your dollar. It makes a lot of money for you. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And in global politics, the world is not a nice place. For all these people outside your country, from your government's point of view, they're not Americans. They don't care what happens to them. They're not Americans.
No.
And they have literally taught governments to get what they want, and they don't care because they're not Americans.
I would say that's
You
people
are.
in general. People don't care. The closer somebody is to you, like your kids, your family, versus your cousins, the closer they are to you, the more you care about them. The further they are from you, the less you give a fuck. Like everybody's against sweatshop workers, but guess what? We all rely on them, and we all are actually okay with it because it's China or Taiwan or whatever. It's those, they're so far from us that we don't care that they're actually slave laborers that do our shit.
When it comes to the interests of your government, which are often the interests of your people, they will, interfere with other countries to get what they want if it's in the interest of your government and then by extension people.
Yeah.
The world is a nice place. There's a lot, and most of the world is evil, And if you need something and you need it critically, it's going. People in your nation are going to suffer if you don't get it. Well, that's when your nation will show its true colors for any nation and fuck over other nations to get what you need because you need it, and they're not going to give it to you because they're assholes. So you have to find some other way to get it.
Mm-hmm. That's like the last time Trump was president. He met up with Putin, and Putin's like, "Hey, you concerned or worried about anything about the U.S.?" And Putin said straight up, he's like, "I'm not concerned about this president or whatever. I'm concerned about them other people behind him." And them are like the elites who actually run the government and stuff. Because Biden's not running the government right now.
Not fully,
And
especially not the last
there's
couple of years.
elites out there.
Yeah, but also you got to remember though, like Trump and like Elon and them, they are the elites. Like Elon's literally the richest man in the world. So to say like we literally have like I think it was like over like half of his cabinet and shit are all billionaires. Like we're about to have like the richest, craziest fucking cabinet and like whatever all this shit.
It could have never been like that.
Yeah, no, like
I'm kind of excited about this happening. It's different, and I'm willing to see what they do.
In the end,
Well,
he's my president. He's my president now, so I have to hope he does good. I just don't see it, but I do hope. Like honestly, I hope like anything. I wish he
But
does
they're
do good
businessmen,
things.
so in a way, they'll see the country being ran like a business. So hopefully, the economy stays strong. At
I think
least.
3 inches to the right would have been nice.
What was that?
About 3 inches to the right would have been nice. You just said he's my president, so I have to go along with him or something.
Not go along
Trump
with him.
is
I hope that he does, like, because he's my president now. I have to hope that he actually does good for America. Like I said, I don't think he will.
Yeah.
But as a guy that he's gonna have to be my leader now for 4 years, I have to have 1 ounce of shred of hope that he can make the country better, make people's lives better.
I just think he's going to drag his ass again like he did on his first term, to be honest.
That's what I kind
Oh,
of.
his first term
He
was
dragged his ass on everything.
Why do Americans defer to authority? Why? You gotta look at that guy in charge and say, "You're a fucking idiot. Fuck off."
No, I can say that,
I'm
but
not
I'm
gonna
saying,
listen
but
to you.
but no matter what I say at this point, he's the president. So like, I can't undo his presidency. So, no, the thing is, if and when he fucks up, I'm gonna call it out. And if he randomly does good or does good randomly, I'm gonna call it out too. Like, I
think
I just try to be free and fair on every issue. Like, let's say he sucks on 90% of the issues, but on 10% he does really fucking good. Well, on that 10%, I'm going to be like, you know what? You did a good job there. Like, think about this. With COVID, he did Operation Warp Speed, which the Republicans hate, but it's probably one of the best things he did. He literally sped up the process to get vaccines out and shit. Like, like, that's a good thing he did. But most people on his side personally right now think it's a bad idea, but it's actually a good thing. Like, there are things he did that were probably good, just they're not as many. What?
He makes it all up. I don't see a single redeeming quality in Trump. He makes it all up as he goes along. He doesn't care what comes out of his mouth.
Nope.
He'll say what he needs to say in the moment. And when he walks out the door, everybody starts checking their pockets and wondering where their money went. He's a grifter. And this con is the biggest hit he's ever scored.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Well,
he's a grifter.
Well, I admit to you guys that I'm a Republican. I voted for him, and I don't think he got the fair 4 years, his first 4 years dealing with all this court shit left and right, and left over with the bullshit he's trying to change, and just all this fight against him. He really couldn't do his job. I think this time around, it's going to be better for him.
We'll see.
I think Trump has motives that he's not sharing with anyone. I think Trump is out for himself. I think Trump has the megalomaniac delusions. I think Trump is not fit for the office of presidency. And I think that Elon Musk spending $250 million illegally to throw the election in Trump's favor is not right. And he doesn't deserve the office he's in. And for the amount of money Elon Musk spent to throw the election, he spent $250 million illegally. I'll have a lottery. You vote, you can win a lottery. No, that's legal. But he did this shit, right? So he spent $250 million to throw the election in Trump's favor. And that for how much money he has, that's about equivalent to you and I spending $39 to buy an election.
How do you throw it? The election, Elon Musk?
He spent over $250 million promoting Trump.
That's fine.
I mean,
he pumped up public sentiment in Trump's favor by promoting him with falsehoods, and he spent a lot of money to get the screen.
What did the Democrats do? $30 million for Beyonce, some thug woman dancer, and then Oprah.
So this side topic that we're going off here somehow makes what he did okay?
No, it's not okay. He's outspoken, which that's his only downfall, I think. Sometimes he's just shut his mouth.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up.
Trump is a grifter.
He's a businessman.
Around, you know?
He's a businessman, and he knows what's best for this country besides $6 eggs here we're at, and, just unbelievable. People living check to check.
Since Trump said they would? Has the Ukraine war ended before he would take presidency, like he said it would?
He still got a week.
Trump is a charlatan and a con man. He's a demagogue, and he leads people around for his own benefit. He's taken national assets, like those documents they found in his villa, and try to use it for personal gain, he's not fit to be president, and he's only in it for himself. And
Personal gain is with his real estate. That has nothing to do with about being president. He spent a lot of his own money campaigning.
why did he need donations? And if he's innocent, why did he?
Both parties take donations no matter what.
Okay, but he said he's a billionaire, but he still needs your donations. And he's innocent, but he still needs immunity. And now he's a convicted felon, and he's a convicted rapist. Those are facts. Look, he's a
Like I
convicted.
said, everybody takes donations. You know, it's big pharma to big companies that
It's
way
rapist.
their way.
Trump rapes women.
Yep.
He's convicted.
Raping women?
Yeah.
Is a
Taken care of.
convicted rapist.
Oh, I didn't know he was a convicted rapist.
Not
Convicted.
okay. You got to preface.
Felon.
It's real time. He's an adjudicated because he didn't. It's not a criminal charge. It was a civil court, so he's adjudicated rapist technically. That's the technical term.
Okay.
Because when you're convicted of a crime. There's no crime in the sense. It was civil law because it was after 10 years or whatever it was. But yeah,
Oh.
so it's different technically. He's a felon because of the hush money, not because of that case technically.
That's a different thing. Okay, so he's a convicted felon and he's an adjudicated rapist. Are those facts? And, Trump, he's gotten the Christian fundamentalists on his side, right? But when you look at Trump's character, every single bit of Trump's character is the antithesis of Christian ideals. Everything Christians say is moral and just. Trump does the opposite. He is the anti-Christian. You know what I mean?
Well, Kamala Harris didn't want Christmas. Told him to shut up, and he's like the next day he's like, let's have Christmas. Let's be good, you know. And
Now, does that excuse Trump again? Because we were talking about Trump.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna bring up. You got to just bring up policies. I would go with his only thing he really did as president technically was the tax cuts, which benefited the wealthy the most. So I mean, like that was his big claim to fame. And like,
there was no war going on in 4 years.
in a way, I mean, he did other things. I mean, he did drone strikes and stuff. So I mean, he did proxy war shit. He didn't do like real war. So you're right technically. So I'll give you that. But I'm just talking about like the economy. So like you could blame the economy on whoever, but like really, it was about COVID. Yeah, that 2-year shutdown. That's what fucked everything. So like the price of shit.
Yeah.
Like really, like you could blame
Yeah,
Biden,
that was
but
one of his distractions.
It's no. The whole thing with the prices and shit, that is just corporate gouging. The president
Part of it is,
has
too.
no say in that. It's just corporate gouging.
well, for like the eggs and shit, I can see that.
Agreed.
For like your eggs and shit, but like for like your technology and shit, technology took a hit, dude, because we stopped making chips for a year plus. So then when things opened, everybody wanted the new computer shit, and there was a shortage on everything. I mean, that was a big part of it.
Also, the eggs are expensive because they had to cull so many chickens of late because of the avian
Bird
flu.
flu.
Bird flu, yep, that's true too.
Yeah, that's why.
That's a big part of it too.
Yeah, that shit happens.
So inflation out of control, right?
And it's also jumped to humans now, and I think there's been one death in San Francisco or something like that.
I think it was some.
Yeah.
There was one death of bird flu. Yeah, I thought it was like Louisiana or
I
down
think so.
south,
Maybe.
like Texas, maybe.
Age.
Who's Bianca? Me?
Yes.
Oh, you're far. He is not a Democrat.
No, I'm not.
So you're independent and don't vote.
I'm not Democratic. I'm not Republican. I'm a socialist. I live in Canada. We're socialist. It's kind of how
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
healthcare is free here.
He's our Canadian perspective always.
Yeah.
So you could argue either way, right?
Healthcare is free here. You get services for your taxes. Your government will give you money every once in a while. If they took in too much money, they'll refund it. And basically, you have cops shooting anyway. There's less crime. There is still crime though. There's just less of it because we don't have as many people. You know.
What happened to your Trudeau? Did nobody like that guy up there?
Now, he was our prime minister, right? But the
He
problem
fired, didn't he?
was
Yeah,
he
the
lived
party
in
kicked him out.
was another place.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Trudeau thought that the world was a good place, and if you were just good to people, good things would happen. But the real world is not that, so he resigned. You know, but in general, we cooperate a lot more. That means that for things like healthcare, that's not your fault if you get sick, and if you go to a hospital, you don't pay. You know, you'll get your life-saving treatment for free. Everybody shares the cost through taxes. So by paying taxes, we get services. You get more F-35 stealth bombers, and that's about it. Stealth fighters, and that's about it, right? But we get services. We get healthcare. We get social services. We got programs, skills and education. They'll send you to school. All this kind of shit that our government provides, right? So we get services for our taxes. We don't just throw in some military pit where it goes in the F-35s, right? And also, if the government, depending on your income, the government, if you don't make enough, the government will actually send you money to lift you up to a higher income bracket, so you're not living in poverty. That benefits the lower income generators in the country, and is offset by taxes on the higher income generators, right? So if you make a lot of money, you don't get any help from the government. But if you don't make a lot of money, the government's always making up reasons to literally send you money. They will give you money. And then if you get sick, you can just go to the hospital and get treated. In America, your health care is tied to employment. If you leave your job, you lose your health care, right? So that means you can't leave your job. You're a slave to your job. In Canada, if you leave your job, that has nothing to do with health care. It doesn't matter. You get your health care no matter what, right?
Well, that's kind of like the U.S. too.
Jobs, it's not tied to your health care, you know? And we're socialist here. We're not liberal. Liberalism is weak and ineffective in the U.S. It is. It's weak and ineffective. You know, and we're not Republican. Republicans, by our standards, are so far right on the political spectrum that we consider them batshit insane.
I would argue I'm for liberalism. I'm for like real liberalism. I just want everyone to have freedom to do what they want, like classical, like fucking real liberalism, like. Or he's like, so the main reason why I can never be an actual socialist is just because I don't think it'll ever work, because people in general are just greedy. No matter if everyone was equal, by the next day someone's gonna rob somebody or say they're better, and it's just you're gonna have a hierarchy just because it's forced to. Only thing we can really do is you could try to regulate it and try to hone it in. That's what the government's job, at least for I think America's system, our job is to hone in the big corporations' greed and shit to make sure it's supposed to go to. It doesn't work that way, but it's supposed to. You know, like when America was best in the 30s, 40s, 50s, when fucking the big corporations were paying like 75% tax on that shit, dude. Like, because that's the thing. You had all the money.
Economic.
Yeah, trickle down shit doesn't fucking work. Like, the thing is...
And years, rich people have taken over, and they're waging class warfare on you.
Well, again, it started with Reagan. Reagan started the trickle down shit, and people started believing that corporations, the Elon Musk or whoever, those rich motherfuckers, are gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna make $100 billion a year. I'll only make $50 billion. I'll give you guys some money, because that's not the way it works. These motherfuckers who own these WalMarts or whatever, they want their money. They're gonna keep their money. They're not gonna give it to the people. Like I said, a good idea I always think is that these companies like Walmart, Amazon, the big fucking billionaires, they should be forced to give 10 to 20% of the revenue as a bonus to the people that work there all year. It's like $5-10 grand a year.
That's the rich get rich and the poor get poor, and you know, I think it's all a mindset where you want to be in life. You know, you got to go out and get it if you really want it.
Some of it is.
Somebody just sitting on their ass isn't going to work, you know.
Walmart, right? The quintessential American corporation. This is America. It's Walmart, right? So Walmart tried to expand into Europe. They're like, oh, they're so great with America. We'll go to Europe. They'll love us there. They'll love these low prices, right? So Walmart went to Germany, and they built a store there, right? And then they put a help wanted signs. Now, here's the thing about Germany. Germany has a long history of fair wages and trade unions, right? So every business is unionized in Germany. Every business pays living wages in Germany, right? So Walmart came in with the American greed ethic, and greed is something your culture teaches you. Your ethics of your culture is greed. So Americans through Walmart came in with a greed ethic. They set up a shop in Germany, and then they put out a help wanted sign, right? Now imagine you're a young German 20-year-old kid. You're standing in the street. You look at the Walmart, and right next to it, you're looking at a German grocer, and they both got help wanted signs out, right? And Walmart's going to pay you as little as possible because they're based on greed ethics. They keep as much money as they can for themselves. And that German grocer is going to pay you a living wage. And he's going to give you 6 weeks of paid vacation a year. And he's going to give you a year of parental leave if you need it. And he's going to give you a pension, right? And he's going to give you a living wage the entire time, right? So Walmart put out this help wanted sign, and nobody applied. Not a single person would work for them. And they had to leave Europe, right? So America is run on greed ethics. And those ethics do not fly in all other places of the world. They fly in a lot of places, but they don't fly in Europe and they don't fly in Canada. Everybody's motivated by greed? No. Americans are motivated by greed because your culture conditions you to greed ethics as you grow up. You know?
I would argue that some greed is not bad. It's just the levels. Like if you didn't want nice things, then guess what? Then like you could just be homeless. Let's say you have to have some kind of motivating factor. Some's good. It's just like I said, the levels. Like I said, if you start making $50 million a year, you're telling me that you can't pay, let's say, 45% of your taxes to have health care for humans. You know, because you can't tell me that you make $25 million. You know, out of 50 million, you make 30 million. Like actual take home, and 20 million helps go paid for fucking universal health care, something like that. You know, like these things could be done, but these people, like I'm saying, there's levels. Like there's some greed's fine, but like I said, once you get to such a big level, dude, at that point, dude, you have to start giving back to the people or giving back to the communities or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, like.
Do you want an example of greed ethics that's going on right now? Okay, so we have record inflation, right?
Not anymore, but we did have record inflation.
Yes, record inflation.
In 2022, we had record inflation.
Right?
Yep.
So inflation's through the roof, right? But yet corporations are reporting record profits in these same times. They're making tons of money.
Yep.
Right? So that tells you that you don't actually have record inflation. You just have record greed. And they're jacking up the prices because of greed.
It's a combo. Like there was some, like I said, not everything. Like your grocery store shit, maybe not, and like that stuff, like the computer chips, the things that we really had fucked, like those things maybe. But like in general, yeah, it's a lot of it's greed for sure.
Whenever you see record inflation and the words record profit right next to each other, that tells you there is no inflation. There's just a fleecing happening.
If you ain't greedy, how are you going to make a way of life, you know?
There's plenty of evidence in that. I'll use an example from Russia, right? American drug companies love to tell you that they need a profit motive to make back all the money they spent on research, right? Because that goes with American greed ethics. But now take your communist neighbor, right? All those years Russia was being communist, guess what? They still develop medicines. Guess what? They still develop cancer machines to treat it. Guess what? They still develop all these things, right? So greed is not the only motivator for people, but it is the motivator that is drilled into Americans in every aspect of every day. Everything in America is about price. Run your game shows. The price is right to train you to be better at greed, to train you to be better with money. You know, and it's not like that everywhere. Especially in Europe. Canada, I'm in Canada, so we're right next door to you. Your TV channels are on our TVs, right? So there's a lot of fuzziness between the US and Canada, but when you get over to Europe, it's different. Greed ethics are disgusting to people there. Someone who lives their life based on greed ethics, they're repulsed by it. You know, there's more ways to govern and motivate a society than greed. There's many more ways than just greed, and America focuses on greed. It's the national motto. You too can be rich, even though you actually will never be. You know, they just tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You're right on that, because I feel like I am greedy. You know, I mean, I don't admit that to people, but I admit it to this chat room, and sometimes it benefits me. You know,
Mhm.
and
Like,
the more money I get in my pocket, the better.
a little bit of greed is okay.
Yep,
Like
that's what I was saying.
anything in moderation is okay.
Yep.
But America has a lot of greed.
Well,
You know,
like I
a
said, I
lot
wouldn't
of
say
it.
America as in people, but like I said, the corporate, like the 15, 20 major corporations in America, like I said, the Apples, the fucking Amazon, those people definitely have like that's the main issue with the greed. The greed's at top. Like I think people, like the average Joe, like we're
Sure.
greedy. Obviously, like I said, because like to me, like if you don't have greed, then why do you buy it? What makes you go to work to have a nicer car or a nicer house or have a nicer things for your kids? Whatever the fuck. Like you need some greed. That's fine. But like I said, once you get to like you're making millions and millions and millions and millions, if not billions of dollars a year, and you have no sense of fucking be like, I need to give back to the community or to something, you know, like
Yeah.
that's the greed that we need to stop. Is because, like I said,
That's where
there's levels.
politics-
These people are at the highest level, man. Like I said, you're making $50+ million a year, and you're telling me you can't give away 45% to have health care because that's my new thing. Like I'm saying, like if we can just like me and Mitch looked it up the other day. We have 24,500 millionaires in America. It's like 8.8% of the population. I'm just saying, like, if that 8.8% could pay 10% more in taxes, I guarantee we are really fucking close to having universal health care in America. You know, like, and that would benefit everybody. You know how much money people fucking spend
Yes,
or don't
and
go, you know, like, how many people die because they don't go to the hospital because they know it's going to cost them thousands of dollars? A lot of people in America do that every fucking day.
And I think taxes should be universal, because you know it's like that's a big thing about Democrats and Republicans is you know they say Republicans don't tax the rich, they get their breaks or whatever and stuff, and I think that should be universal,
Yeah.
both ways.
Well, yeah. No, for sure.
Make everybody else pay for it. That's what they do. They're the party of the rich, for the rich, and you ain't
Yeah,
rich
both
and
of them
never
are,
will be. That's
for
the
sure.
Republican Party.
That's both parties. Yeah, both parties are about the rich.
Tax breaks for the ultra rich, and the middle class pays for it all.
You know?
You know, so the middle class pays for everything. The ultra rich pay for nothing.
Mhm.
I think that
Pay any taxes.
I think that all politicians, and I'm starting to get to the point where I think all politicians and all fucking like media members in general, these people, they should have to like disclose where they get their money. Because like, how many of you guys are being paid by somebody that's nefarious, and we wonder why you have these horrible takes or whatever. You're lying about these topics, whatever. Like those people, like you should be held to a higher standard. You know why? Because you're fucking literally running what this country is doing in general, even Canada. Like you should be forced to disclose where your money's coming from.
Yeah, that's where that word greed comes in.
True, but they
Right.
won't, of course. But I'm saying, like, that's something we should force as like the American people. Like, hey, man, you should tell me how do you get like $10 million this year? You know, like, can you tell me like 500 came from Russia or Ukraine or whatever the fuck, Iran, whatever the fuck, you know? Like, we should have have an idea because, like I said, you're the president, man. Or like the vice president, like you're gonna tell me we should know what the fuck? We should know almost everything about you. You're about to run the most powerful fucking military and all this shit in the world, man. We should literally know everything about you.
Do you know the central case of why greed is prevalent in America? Do you know why it's prevalent? Because it's built in your system.
Yeah.
Do you know where it's built in your system? Okay, here's where it's built into your system. America is a market economy with corporations, right? So, so you're a market economy. People sell stuff to each other, and corporations, operate within the market economy. Let's switch over to just the corporation itself. Every corporation at its very core has to follow a law called fiduciary duty, and that's FIDUI.
Yeah, make money for your stockholders, right?
Yeah, I remember you said
Yeah, to make money for your stockholders. That's who the corporations are beholden to.
What the law says is the CEO board has to make decisions that are in the benefit of the shareholders.
Yep.
And if they don't make a decision that benefits the shareholders, they make a decision that doesn't benefit them, then the shareholders have legal recourse to personally sue the CEOs. Right? So this fiduciary duty, it hamstrings the CEOs. They have to do what makes money and not what is right. So this fiduciary duty is the linchpin. It is the central core where all of the greed builds around that. Because that central tenet, fiduciary duty, makes greed happen because it legislates that greed has to happen or the executives can get sued. You know? And then they lose their money, and they're not going to do that.
That's where all these funds come from for campaigns. You know, it's like they promise them something, and okay, give me a lot of money. Okay, yeah, we'll get you a break when we get in.
Yeah, I know. It's you buy. America has the best laws money can buy. You know, I'm serious. Yeah, how does a bill become law? Because money changes hands. You can lobby. You can lobby the government in America. You can say, "I will give you money if you listen to me."
That's
And
why I'm
what
saying
I
we
was
should force a law. We should start forcing our fucking politicians to make a law where you have to disclose where you get your money from.
No, not that. There should be no money in government. None.
See, my thing.
We're
So, like,
not allowed to
I
donate.
agree there should be no money, but I understand. I'm also a pragmatist, where I know that you're never gonna get money out of it. But we should at least know where. It should be like NASCAR, dude. You should have stickers all over you saying, "I was paid by fucking Apple. I was paid by fucking Amazon."
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, just be honest. Just be honest by who's paying you off. At least then I can at least come to agree, like, understand why you have some of the takes you have. You know, or whatever. Like, that's all. I literally, I don't even care. Like, you could be the most corrupt piece of shit as long as you're transparent about it. Like, that's all I'm asking for is transparency. Like, you know, like, show me your true colors. I don't want to fucking vote for somebody I think is a lie.
Here's why it's a problem. Here's why money in government is a problem. It's a problem because money does influence government.
It does.
And the thing is, rich people have money, right? So what happens is that if you allow money into politics, then rich people get to magnify their vote because they have more money.
For
So
sure.
they get more
sway.
access to government, right? So they get more what they want. So that means that their vote is counting more than your vote is because you don't have money.
Oh, I
So
understand
that's a
that.
problem.
It is a problem.
You need to get money out of government so that only the votes matter.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
not the
as a
money.
pragmatist, I would ask, how the fuck are you going to do that? Because, I mean, they're never going to do that. I mean, not to be mean, but I get what you're saying, but you're just not. So, I think
Here's how they do it here. Right here, when an election comes up, I don't know all the details, right? But I know this is true. When an election comes up here, all the parties that are running the election have a budget.
Trump wants to take over fucking Greenland because it'll cut down shipping to Japan by like 12 hours. It's only a 10-hour trip to Greenland compared to 22 hours for us to go now.
I think he wants to build military bases over there too.
Dude, and what, the ice is? I mean, the thing is, I mean, like, it's ice. Like, it's 80% ice, man. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's only like 50,000 people live there.
Okay, get this. This is why people want Greenland. Okay, go back to like ancient times, right? Like 2,000-3,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So you're walking around and you see a lump of gold there. So you pick it up and you smelt it. Oh, there's no lump of gold. Oh, let's just stick it on here. That's iron. I'll knock that
Yeah,
off
the
and
minerals,
heat it
yeah,
up, right?
for sure. That is a big chunk. That is a big chunk of it too. I get that.
Yeah, so everything was everywhere in ancient times, right? But over the years, we have mined it all, we have used it all up, and now you walk through it down a path, you don't see gold, you don't see iron, you don't see all these other minerals because we used them, right? But now Greenland the entire time has had a big sheet of ice on top of it, right? And it's melting, right? Give it another 30 years, it's going to be melted. And guess what's untouched? All of this stuff lying on the ground because it's never been vacuumed up by us yet because it's always been covered by ice. You know?
Yeah, I heard about them minerals over there. They're
It's a lot of high quality minerals that are hard to come by, and they're there because it's been covered by ice the entire time and nobody's mined it yet.
mm-hmm.
And the ice is melting. He will, so minerals are being exposed. Hey, Mitch, what game is that you playing?
Saints Row 4.
What's it called?
Saints Row 4.
Pain Throw 4?
Saints Row.
Oh, Saints Row 4. Okay, because I saw those powers and I'm like, Bioshock!
Well, I'm looking at this Viking score. There's always next year.
Always, baby. Now, at least, hey, how about this?
Oh my God.
At least you know that Darnold's not worth fucking $40 million, huh? After these last 2 games, the 2 biggest games of his
my.
career, he just sucked. Of course, I don't really blame him. He got sacked 8 times, so what the fuck are you gonna do when you're on your ass the whole fucking time? So I mean, he gets blamed, but man, when you're on your ass the whole fucking game, I don't know what you expect from a dude.
You know, I'm not racist, but we got all white linemen, and them brothers are throwing us around
They
like
fucking
rag
are.
dolls right now.
They have been the whole game. That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. Since the beginning of the game, dude, just been fucking ass whipping over ass whipping over ass whipping.
And these Rams, they're not the best on the defense either. They're like average.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have no.
What you're doing too, because he was talking about like having the right people on there. It's word of mouth advertising. It's just
Yeah, man.
just getting out there.
Well, that's why I've been trying to
know?
do it. I've been trying to do it like 2 to 4 times a week now. I've been trying to like actually get on a schedule-ish. So like, plus it's I have my homie that does like Twitter shit, and he's talking about like he's been helping me out like here's how you pump the algorithm, this is how you word things, this is how you do things, this is how you do things, and he's trying to coach me up on how to fucking do all the social media shit. So like hopefully it spreads more, slowly but sure. Like we've had like 2 to 3 random people call us. One dude called us from like Massachusetts or something ridiculous. He's like, hey man, I've been listening to you guys for like 2 hours. I just wanted to hop in. I'm like, dude, fucking cool, like come on through, like.
Right.
And like I said, to me, it's all about it's like flushing out ideas and thought processes and seeing like we're not so far away. Like even when we disagree, it's like for even like you were talking about having universal healthcare shit. Like for Republicans, that's usually a no go, but for you, like you could see like this is what we should probably be working towards. Is better for the people. Like these are the things that we need to have
Yes.
ideas on. Like because these are the things like we need to actually start focusing on. I think more of because. There's a way to do it. We just don't want to do it.
For sure.
Like I said,
we're caught in the old ways. It's like,
yeah, we're caught in that fuck. We're trying to progress, and we're just hanging on to some of these old fucking ways of thinking, and it's just like we got to stop.
yes, especially with family court system. I've been going through. I've been having a tough time for 8 years now.
I know you
And
brother.
I looked at it and did the studying, and the studying is horrible on that. And they got 1980s is when they put their
Last
shit in
laws.
effect. That's when you can give spankings with a belt.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, that's when they did the overhaul on it in the 80s.
Yep.
And I was like, what the? Come on, it's 2025.
I know it's 40 years and you haven't updated your law at all. Like we still have the same morality, the same everything. Yeah, we're not even close to the same people we were. Like you said, like Pete, Big Pete always says, like, dude, we used to get spanked at school and shit. Like, dude, yeah, that shit is not allowed, not even close to being allowed nowadays. Like.
Oh yeah, I had a 7th grade teacher throw me up against a locker in front of the class and grab my shirt and put a rip in it.
I'm just saying, like that day is over. Like I know, I'm saying like that's, but I'm saying like you're talking about like the laws were written when that shit was allowed. Like you should probably update the laws or whatever your thinking is because the times have changed a little bit.
Yeah, I heard 20 years ago, it was called Mississauga. For all the guys that were battling in family court, and I wasn't then, and I was kind of laughing about it, Mississauga. Oh my God,
Right, it's true.
But it really is in the family court system. It's Mississauga. I mean, I'm a good guy. I got a DWI on my record or whatever, and nothing else, no violence or whatever and stuff. But she can lie and cry in court.
More or less, he just had. Just kind of screwed up once.
Well, yeah, but like
Yeah,
that shit should affect your
I got my
fucking kid
D-dub
life.
going.
No.
It did, and
No,
I
I know, I'm
got it
saying it
when I was
shouldn't.
going through family court.
Oh, fucking bad
Well,
timing.
I got it in Nope County, right?
Yep.
Anoka County, her mom worked in the jail, seen when I got booked and called her up right
yeah.
away.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, just the worst timing
Oh,
to
I
have
was like,
anything
oh,
happen.
yeah, and I thought about it. I was like, okay, that's a different court system or whatever, and that shouldn't have a factor. Oh, she wrote it to the extreme, and just made me look like shit,
I know. It's
which
horrible.
was fine and stuff. It's in the past, and or whatever.
Yeah, but
But
it's still bullshit.
yeah,
You
it's
should
just
have to
like,
deal with.
oh yeah,
That's the whole thing.
it has nothing to do with my kid.
No, yeah, and plus, like you said, because you got your shit right during all the shit, so the courts were probably like, "Oh, see, you can't even keep it together during the fucking time. Why do you think he's gonna keep it together? For the next 12 years, whatever the fuck it is. Like, oh, stupid."
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
like in courts, in family courts or whatever, I got my label. Wally, I look like a white man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could look.
Longest time, it was all the women's rights,
Okay, well now the women's got rights. Did they at least give visitation?
It depends on the circumstances and what the judge says, right?
Space now, and she's like, well, I need you to do this, this, and that. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was a problem, but I'll do that for you. And I did it for her, but she had an affair at work, and she
fuck
wanted
around.
her affair exclusive. Yeah, she wanted her affair exclusive to her.
For purposes. They're trying to label you so they can disadvantage you with the label. Oh, but we can't do it for you because you are a, label.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, yeah, the
Mhm.
labels
That
are-
was really tough for me because I went to trial for my kids, and she was just trying to get a protection order on me or whatever, and I was like, whoa, what for? I'm taking this to trial. Then I seen all her court work, that what she was trying to say, and then we went to trial, and she was on stand for 4 hours lying and crying before I even got a word in.
Yeah, that says
Asking for breaks for crying, for tissue, for water and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah, crocodile fucking tears.
I don't even know this person. What is she trying to do to me?
said you
Exactly.
don't even know this person. That's true. You need to immediately now that she's done this, you need to immediately know she's your enemy and she's lying.
Oh yeah.
And she keep lying. So you need to go on the offensive. You can't sit there and go, why are you saying that? Because she's got an agenda. She's lying because she wants to get what she wants, and she's lying is how she gets it. So you need to if this is ongoing, you need a lawyer and you need to push back on her claims and start off with accusing her of lying. Because when your lawyer gets to cross-examine her, that's when he accuses her of lying and starts to question her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I've had 3 different lawyers, and I've spent about $35,000. And
fuck, man.
yeah, and I got more done myself, representing myself, and I got more say on how I feel and what's going on than these lawyers did.
You need to push back. You can't let her get away with lying. You need to tell the jury, if there is one, or you need to tell the judge, if there is one, you need to say she's lying. And then you tell them what really happened.
Mm-hmm. See, I got granted 3 years ago, every other weekend with my son.
Yeah.
And I went to our meeting spot, which is Champlain Park Police Department, to go pick up my son. For a month and a half, she never showed up.
Yeah.
And every time I try contacting her, she takes it as a threat. And I do not threaten her.
Yeah,
when I was on my OSP for 3 years, she tried to violate me 12 times and take me back to court to violate me, which none of them ever stuck.
So if you try to ask for visitation with your kids, she reports you for contacting her, right?
Yes.
Okay. How about if your lawyer asks for visitation with your kids?
That does not happen because she turns it around to see her and her husband, who she had the affair with. They work together with her lawyer, and the guy's pretty smart. So it's like a game to him.
Does she have a history of stonewalling you? No, not the reason she makes up.
History of what?
Does she have a history of stonewalling? She has a history of you, right? She has a history of doing this shit, right? Use it against her. Don't go to her.
Oh,
Go to your judge. File a complaint. Go to your judge and say all of this is going on. Bring her lies. Bring her evil actions to light, because evil festers in darkness. You need to bring in other people. Go to your judge. Say, look, judge, she's been doing this entire time. This is the history of what she has actually done. Not what she says she is doing, what she has actually done. And say, given this history, this is what I believe is really going on. Now, what do you think, Your Honor? And that is light.
I've had 5 different judges in 8 years. I can't get anything established with them because she just sees new blood with the new judge.
Yeah, she deals with it first. She probably talks to him first.
I'm dealing with Hennepin County, and she works for Hennepin County too. She always has to say that.
Change of venue to a different county, because obviously there's a conflict of interest.
I can't do that because I got to go with the ones that my kids and her live in.
Then what does the judge say about that conflict of interest?
It's weird because we deal with a new judge every time. So she goes into crying mode for no reason and gets sympathy right off the top.
You need to keep a record of every single time she has done a certain thing. Organize your records. The instant you get a new judge, you walk up to that judge and you say, Your Honor, and you put down a big, thick folder with all the things she has done.
I have all that information still.
I don't know. That's what you should be doing, and it should be working in a fair system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's real tough. It's like I get down on myself sometimes because there's no reason why I shouldn't see my son, and I know he needs me. And I need
For sure, he's
a
in that.
newspaper that would 3-part series with you to be published. You know,
yeah.
a newspaper that would do a 3-part series with you on your story to be published.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you don't libel or slander her, because she'll probably sue for that. So you have to be factual in what you're saying with the documents you
Technically,
have.
as long as you don't hurt her physically or money wise.
You could ask her, how would you like to make a story on the plight of men or men's rights or something like that? Something that is, the reporter wants a story, right? You give her a story. This is what's been going on, and a lot of men face this. Do you want to do a story on it? Make it into a 3-part series? You know, bring it to light, because that's the one thing that kills evil is attention. When people look at evil and they say you're fucking evil, that kills it. But evil survives by hiding. Evil survives by misdirection. Evil survives by corruption. And the only thing you use to fight evil is to bring it in front of the entire community and shame it in front of the entire community. Bring it to the light.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's how I feel. I don't know all the details of what's going on. The suggestions said you've already done, and they're not working, but they should be in a just system. So why aren't they working? You know, she should not be getting away with what she's getting away with.
Yeah, everybody's supposed to be legal to the law. Like that's the whole idea. Like especially like American system. Like that's our idea.
Yeah.
See, we owned a house together, and I let her live in there and marry her man and my kids for 6 years. I took action on getting my name off that house.
Okay.
He took it as a threat at the beginning. I was like, no, it's not a threat. It's my friend.
Because she thinks it's a threat doesn't mean it actually is.
Yeah.
She says things are threats because she's using it as a tactic against you. She's lying. It's not a threat. She's saying it's a threat because saying it gets her what she wants.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And I end up, my lawyer was a good lawyer at that time, but it wasn't a family attorney. It was a property attorney. And he was very, very good. And he was like, no, this ain't a threat. He's got to get his name off of this. He's got to move on with his life.
And,
you know, he can't get another house.
And you're moving to that house.
Mm-hmm. And then I ended up negotiating with her.
50-50. That's fair.
Yes, that's what we end up doing. I had 120,000.
Did you guys sell the house?
Equity
or she kept
in that
the
house.
Did she keep the house or did you sell the house?
She kept it because I negotiated.
No, that's
with
cool.
my
I was just
child support.
wondering because like that matters
Yep.
too. Because if she
Yeah, I
kept
got
that,
off
if
the
she kept
child
it, then she
support
doesn't.
and-
Because if she kept it, then she maybe she's not really entitled to any like equity from it. Like like if you sold for sold for your money or whatever kind of thing. Like she shouldn't get any of it because she kept the house. Like that's her equity in the house, not money wise.
You know what I would try to do? Is the next time she gets you before a new judge, the first thing you should say to that new judge is, Your Honor, I believe she is manipulating you because always happens this way. I believe she is manipulating you. She's saying what she thinks will get her what she wants. That's manipulation,
Yeah.
right? She's not being truthful. She's saying what she thinks will get what she wants, right?
Yes.
So when next time you're in front of a new judge, you need that folder of history. So her history, not what she said, what she has done. And you need to start off with that new judge, Your Honor, she's manipulating the system. Here's why. Boom, big thick folder. Look at her history, not what she said, what she has done.
I will remember that for sure.
You
I'm
know?
about to drop another $5,000 on a lawyer here. Come next month, and I hope he does good.
Yeah.
And it's they look at me
Like the one day we were talking about Canada shit. I always remember we found out that Canada's GDP is 1/3 of America's. It's like 2.3 trillion. Ours is like 6.5 trillion total. Like little things like that. Like we actually go into details and like look up the shit that we're talking about. Like, you know what? Fuck it. We have the internet. Let's actually like learn what the fuck we're talking about instead of bickering and arguing about it.
Takes 2 fucking seconds, man.
I love
2
Google.
fucking seconds.
Most time, I mean, sometimes things are complicated. Like we'll have to like I'll like sit here like read like a couple paragraphs on this paper or whatever to like here's what the paper says. All right, what do we think? And kind of go over it.
Or you have to check different sources.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I try to preface usually like papers and stuff. Like I try to find like we're talking about science shit. I'm like, let me go find a science. Like I was telling you, the other dude we were talking to, he's a philosophy dude. So I try to look up like the philosophers and like where are your papers, where are your books, like on these topics, so I can read not just Joe Schmo down the road. I want to hear fucking what. Like I said, that's what I'm trying to preface is like the people whose job it is. Like if I'm talking to a philosophy guy, well, guess what? I want to talk to a guy that's in philosophy. If I want to talk to, like I said, a science guy, I want to talk to a guy in the science field. Like I want to talk to these people and get their perspective because their perspective is way different than my perspective, because I only know a little bit. These people, that's their job. Like I would like to fucking get a 15th of your knowledge on this topic. I'd feel really happy.
Oh, man. Patrick's so fucking like experienced with making videos too, dude. Like the last one that he made, like he's gonna get big, dude. He's patient too. He's patient.
It's, like I
He's
said,
a fucking
like I said,
fantastic
my one
dude.
dude who actually makes money now on Twitter X, whatever. Like I said, he took him about 2 years, but like last September, I think it was, he started finally getting like $100 a month or whatever. He's like, hey man, and he's got like 22,000 followers and shit. It's just like, hey man, if you just slowly grind, you just fucking work the algorithms and do what you got to, slowly do these things. Eventually, it'll pay off. You just got to do it though, and continue to do it. Don't get disheartened.
Dude, people want to learn. We're just, people like us are perhaps at like the edge of a wave. We're just one end, and other people are at the other. It's
Maybe.
fucking like ebb and flow
Knowledge
type
is
shit.
power.
Yeah. For sure.
It's all a balance, dude. There's a fucking balance to everything, man. Where
Yeah,
we
we're
got
just
fucking
born in
hills,
this world.
other people got valleys, and vice versa.
Yeah. Like I said, the goal for anybody in general should be you should try to leave the world better than you got it. Like I got it as a kid like this in the 80s, 90s. Well, guess what? When I leave in fucking 2080 or wherever the fuck it is, hopefully it's a better world. And then my kids leave it a better world for their fuck. That's the one goal I think us as humans in general should have. Like it's really simple, but it's something we should all strive to do.
Be the change you want to see. Like that's like another golden rule esque fucking.
Kind of. That's what I remember. That like when I was
dude.
going to
100%.
school for teaching, they always said that like be the teacher that you always wanted to be. Like you remember the teacher. They always say like, you remember those teachers that. What was that?
Hey, it's 10 after 1, so I'm after the bike, so I'm working tomorrow.
All right, my brethren. Have a good night.
Are you
Good
getting
night.
out of here? All right, man. Night, dude.
One thing though, sometime soon we should set it up so you have screen sharing. You share your screen to me, and we'll get KDN Live properly installed on your machine.
I ended up getting the standalone kind. I was going to talk to you about it, but then everyone jumped on, which is fine. So I got it now finally too. So we'll figure it out.
So that's standalone. It's an exe file, but what it is, it's a self-extracting archive. So you'll run it. It will say, where do you want to extract it to? And then you choose a location, and then you go to that location and find the exe file. Double-click that. That'll start it.
Okay, because
Mhm.
on my OBS, I record videos and I stream them and record most of the time, so I can hopefully edit the videos as we chop them up and shit.
Yeah, but Daniel, that's what we should do sometime. We'll sit down, you share your screen with me, and then I can walk you through all these things. And then once you're set up, then you're set up. You know what I mean? Does that sound good? Are you still there?
Randy, you there?
Me? Oh, what? You're talking to me? Dude, I'm so fucking...
Nope.
You're still
Like, I-
what we should do.
Funny.
Sometime we'll sit down. If you're having troubles, we'll help you set it up. And I can give you a tour of the basics, right? Because I used to be a video editor. And I know KDN Live is a good editor, right? It's just as good as Adobe After Effects, so it's good, you know? But if you're having trouble setting it up, I can help you setting it up, and we can use your screen sharing to make that easy. And then if you need it, because there's a built-in manual, but if you need it, I can give you help with using the program too. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the thing I want to make sure before I left. If you're past the trouble with the setup with that standalone download, if you're past that trouble, then awesome. There's a built-in manual to the program that you can use. But if you're having trouble with anything, just screen share with me and I'll walk you through it. You know?
Yep.
For what? You're talking to Wally or me? Like, I
That's
don't
what
know.
we want to do. For setting up that video
Yeah, I
editor,
got you.
KDN
Yeah.
Live. The one
Bill,
Yeah.
I don't work tomorrow, so yeah, if you want to hop on tomorrow, whenever, Bill, we can do that too.
Tomorrow I'm working the same shift tomorrow, so I'll be working till late evening my time. But after tomorrow, I'm on days off.
All right.
And even tomorrow evening,
Yep.
what time is it where you are right now? What time is it where you are right now?
Almost 11.
Yeah, we're 2.5 hours behind you.
We're 2 hours
Okay, so
ahead.
it's 1:12 right now. It's
2.5.
1:12 a.m.
2 hours ahead of you. No, 3 hours.
Oh. No, it's 2.5.
Okay, so it's
That's how it
quarter
works.
to where I am because I'm on a half-hour time zone. So it's 1:15 here, and I'm home tomorrow night at around 10:30 my time.
All right, so 8 o'clock
Yeah,
my time.
and then-
Okay.
What is your time? I'm available then, and then for the next 3 days I'm off. So
That sounds good.
anytime you're there, I can help get you going. And once you're going with KDN Live, then the world is your oyster, man. You can edit anything. It's a
Fuck
good
yeah.
program.
Hell
You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off the next 2 days, bro. So I plan on at least streaming tomorrow, at least one night, if not 2 nights. So yeah, I'll let you know. We can hop on and you can help me walk me through this shit.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Now remember, tomorrow evening I'm free, and then the 3 days after that I'm free anytime.
Yep, I got you. Yep,
Okay?
yep.
Okay.
Peace out, love.
Later, brother.
Later, Air Canada.
Okay, goodbye, guys. You have a good night, man. I hope your troubles ease, man. I hope you find a way through it.
Thank you. Me
Okay,
too.
you're welcome. Have a good night, you guys.
Hell yeah,
Later, brother.
Peace out. Air Canada. I don't know if he's a basketball fan.
Yeah. Remember that Vinsanity dunk over in the Olympics?
I
my
can remember all of his dunks. Anytime I want to put a smile on my face, I just watch those highlights randomly. I'm like, oh man, that was such a good time. Such a good time to be a fan.
And he dunked so hard too, you know?
Yeah, he was the first like combo
Yeah,
of
I was like-
power and finesse.
Yes. Maybe J.R. Ryder.
Yeah, he just
Between the
he
legs.
he wasn't long enough, but he was great too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at least hey,
So
nobody cares about the Timberwolves won today.
Oh, cool.
You know the Vikings suck, but the
Oh,
Wolves
right.
won, so there you go.
Yeah, no, I wear two
Well,
Vikings
the
jerseys
Packers
today.
lost, so whatever.
I know. That's why I said the Vikings lost, so nobody cares, but they won.
Hey, Wally, you still doing anything on like the stocks for the dank side?
Kinda. I mean, my weed stock stuff.
I
No.
know you had some stuff brewing and stuff. I haven't heard from it in a while.
Well, because of fucking a couple of my partner people that I had so I ended up with like 4 different partners, which is cool. I needed like 7, and 3 of my homies backed out at the end, so kind of put a hamper on all of our plans.
Was it just because they didn't want to invest money and then wait for their money, or what?
Basically. Well, because yeah, plus it's a lot of work, It's like anything, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like I
gotta
said-
constantly monitor.
it's like a lot of things. People say they're down with shit until it's like, all right, we're about to do this. You ready? It's time to do it. Oh, I don't know. Like, oh, okay. Like it'd be like it'd be like if somebody's
once I
like,
get some
I was gonna say it's like
shit,
somebody's
I'll invest once I get some extra money.
yeah.
It's gonna take like a few months.
No, I feel you. Stock market's been doing, like I said, ever since Trump's last speech, it's been fucking horrible. So it's actually probably a good time to get in soon
Yeah.
because it's been dropping. But
Yeah,
Oh, it
they
has
drop
been.
more.
I was reading. So basically, what everyone says to invest in with Trump's next 4 years is either banks or fucking oil. So like Chevron, SoFi, like Visa.
Crypto?
No what? I don't crypto. I don't know. I go into for AI companies. I got a China Google. I got, but they're gonna be around forever. SoFi is a
Yeah.
bank.
Oh, nice.
Well,
I got
you got somebody that
fucking day about everything. I mean, so like,
did you just say a month ago you could sell a little of your stock?
but they're.
what an idiot.
Are you done with the game?
Yeah.
This
What do you
is-
mean?
You got some fuck. Why?
Yeah.
You make me have to go look. What are you
This
doing?
is not titties and shit.
Mikey, that's your.
I have a
Vikings guy?
goalie.
That's funny.
George Bush in the goalie outfit. Full of
That looks
gun.
like George Washington.
What the fuck is?
I'm just farming for kills. I haven't played this game for like 10 years.
I do that shit too.
So I didn't realize my workshop.
Hell yeah. Here,
Yeah,
Wally?
yeah, he's been on your probably.
Oh, cool. I noticed that you tagged him one time, and I was like, oh, shit. Today, I was like, fuck it.
No, yeah,
I got to sign on.
no, yeah, fucking EK. I had to fucking finally tell him, I'm like, Eric, you just gotta shut the fuck up and let people talk. Apologize, like, oh, my bad, bro. I'm like, dude, it's all good. I was just letting you know. Bro, nobody
Now
can
you
talk
got the
'cause you're
ability to,
over-talking
like,
everybody.
mute people,
I don't
or
think- I don't think so.
Yeah, you can serve.
Can I?
Yeah,
Okay.
server me.
Okay, that's cool. I just found out I can. I found out how to do it.
Yeah.
All right,
Give,
Yeah,
like-
basically.
that's cool. Like I said, I just didn't know, but now I know.
Yeah, we're all masters.
We're all master debater.
Master.
Where are the dreams? We're gonna
Oh,
start,
there goes that truck.
we're gonna. Just saying.
Hell yeah. I'll fucking That's
is
some
a
fucking
guitarist, so he's
corny
a
shit.
man that knows this shit. Dude, Mitch is fucking
Oh, you're a
token
bassist?
the
Who's your
black guy.
favorite bassist? Who's your favorite bassist?
Les Claypool.
Good one. He's a good
Yeah.
one for sure.
That's
Mine is that.
That is Primus. He's insane.
Yeah.
He is.
This will never suck. They made some.
Primus sucks. That's like a meme about
Yeah.
Primus, you know.
No, I'm
That's
learning.
not-
What is it? Toys Go Winding Down.
Okay.
Are you in a band?
No, I just do it as a hobby.
Okay.
You know, just to learn.
Wait, how much do you play? What have you learned so far?
Quite a few. Austin Heights, MCR, some easier Metallica songs.
So it's like a hobby of yours.
Yeah.
Nice.
Learn I like the Trooper. That's a fun song to play. Like it's
Yeah,
a
that
challenge to
one's
do.
fucking tough.
Yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I just got to get used to his the Harrison square. It's called how he has his fingers when he plays like that.
I don't know if is he using two?
Yeah,
I think
he only
Steve
uses
Harris is,
two,
yeah.
he only uses 2 fingers. Wow. Okay then.
It's definitely not easy to do it with 3, and then 3 always sounds like
Nope, he
Fucked
only
up.
plays with 2.
yeah, I know, but like if you do play with 3, it sounds kind of like fucked up, even if you.
Yeah.
So you can watch the stream here. I've been just on the chat the whole time, looking at your guys's whatever you get put for your profile
Profile pics?
picture.
Yeah. Streaming. So like they're streaming video games, so they're up. You can watch them play video games.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So-
because it says to watch stream.
Yep. Yeah, those are like so like if you want so like you can watch their screen. Their screen would be fucking video games. Like technically, if I do like sometimes I'll do that. Like when we're reading articles together, I'll share my screen
Yeah.
and then we can all read together. I'll just read it out loud or whatever. But you know, like that's how everyone
Oh,
can see what
cool.
the fuck. Like you know, if we're like, oh, let's read this document by dude over here. All right, let's all read it together.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, when Mitch was talking about his fucking George Bush Viking fucking character, that's what I did. I jumped on his stream for a second, watch his character fuck around in the video game. Like, oh, that's what he's talking about. It's funny as fuck. Leave.
He was gonna be a
home.
goalie, and then I scrolled right past the George Bush mask. I'm like, yep, that's going on.
So I want to ask you guys a question here.
Yep.
I've been real trying to do this like soon, but I got about $250,000 worth of baseball, basketball, football, hockey cards or whatever.
Yep. Memorabilia.
And yes, and a lot of autographed memorabilia too, but I want to keep that because I display it.
Yep.
But that's all just like I'm thinking it's material things. I said to myself I'm gonna have it till I die and pass it down to my kids.
The sign shit.
But no, my baseball collection
Okay, I got you.
and collection, and I was thinking about getting rid of it. Any thoughts on that?
How bad do you need the money per se?
Yep.
Not really at all.
'Cause
But I would like
better
to go on
investments?
vacations.
Well,
I
no,
would
hold on.
like
Let
to
me see. Let
buy-
me see. I don't because that shit goes up and down in value. It's like stock market. So I mean, if it's high value, I would say sell them. If it's fucking like down in the dirt's value, then keep them and wait in like 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying?
It really
Question
went.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, cards went skyrocketing. Right.
Yep, that would have been the time to. I'm
I
saying
did a lot of buying and selling then. I did a lot. And I was just like not working at the time because I was collecting all them good payments that they were giving us.
Yep.
And I started working and my eBay store, I kind of just left alone. Only sold a couple cards since then. Had about 50 cards on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still at the same price. And I kind of left it alone because I'm getting steady money through my job.
Yep.
But I I'm wanting to sell it because it's material things, and I don't know if my kids are gonna do
What you want?
what I would do.
What would you say is your most
Yeah.
valuable card right now, give or take?
I'd probably be Michael Jordan's second year.
Not signed or is signed?
Not signed, but in great condition.
Yep. And second year card value. Let's see what the value roughly they would estimate.
I would grade it at a PSA 9.
A 9, yeah. Let's see here.
What does that mean?
So
It's
like
the grading of
yeah,
the
10,
card.
10 is like the best condition. Like it's straight in the box still. Like 9 is pretty much like
okay.
there might be like one sliver bent it, not even like bent, like
Yeah, or just like oil on it.
Off
Yeah,
centered.
yeah, just any little, just one little nook.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
people
it's
are
like
so
you
picky.
just pulled it from the pack.
Yeah, I'm saying a 10. Yeah, you fucking you never opened like that box of cards. You never touched it, and it had just happened to be in there.
Well, the thing about it is, I
So,
I
yeah.
collected cards that's never gonna go down. They're like rookies, and I probably got about 1,500 Michael Jordans.
Oh wow.
You know, all Ants rookies,
I got
Kirby
Ant,
Puckett rookie.
I got Ant
Kirby
shoes.
Puckett rookie.
I got Ant shoes signed, and I got Ant's jersey signed. I met him twice.
Oh man.
It was great. I made him
Yeah, I
laugh.
looked at
I made
that.
him. I made him laugh both times. I don't give a fuck. I feel good about that.
Oh yeah, that jersey
you know,
was going for $7.99.
because everybody was all fucking like, you know, 'cause I bet everyone was like, "I love you, Ant. You're the greatest." I would have told. I was like, you know what? I got to tell you something that's funny. My girlfriend thinks you're a piece of shit because of that movie you did because you were the villain. And he laughed his ass off. He thought that shit was so funny because he was like, "What?" He's like, "I gotta tell you, my girlfriend thinks you're a shitty person, man."
I just watched that for the first time last
Did
week.
you? It's a good fucking movie, actually. Hustle.
Yeah, it is.
It was like, but she hates him just because of that movie. She's like, he's a fucking dick. I'm like, babe, that's what he's supposed to do. He's the bad guy of the movie. I don't care. I don't like him.
Mhm.
Even to this day, she's like, he's a good basketball player, but I don't like him. It just makes me laugh.
Fuck, I love him.
I love him too. I fucking do. Yeah, he's
Hell yeah.
he's the next Kobe.
You see him
whatever.
flick him off yesterday?
Yo, I fucking love it. It's so funny. People hate
Yeah,
it, but I
flicked
get,
off the ref.
dude, he's been
Yeah, he had a
he's been fined
just for
almost a half a
flexing his
million.
muscles on the bench.
I
Come
know.
on.
I already know. Stupid. I see
Yeah,
him.
dude.
So I see your card anywhere $500 up. Pretty much.
Yeah, I value it about 1,200.
Yeah, it could be
I've
like I
had
said.
more. I buy and sell. I haven't been really at it, but the Michael Jordans are crazy. Like I was thinking about just
Honestly,
putting like five.
If I were you, I wouldn't sell Jordan like Kobe. I wouldn't sell him until he dies, because once he dies, you know, shit's gonna fucking sky the fucking rocket. Because
Yeah.
now he's dead. You know, I'm just saying, like, so for someone like him, I would probably keep
It's
those.
gonna be in our lifetime, or
Probably the
by
next
the time
20,
you give
30
it to your
years.
kid.
Well, I'm saying the next 20, 30 years maybe, because I mean he's probably 60s now, and he fucking smokes cigars, and you know, so he's not like, you know, post career. I bet he's not living the healthiest lifestyle. So
Yeah, I get that too because I bought this Kobe Bryant 8x10 autograph. What was it? I bought that about 15, 20 years ago between there, and I bought it for only $45.
nice.
I could sell it right now for $600 to $700.
Yep.
You know, but I want it personally because I like it.
Yeah,
know,
obviously anything that you want, you should keep. Like you shouldn't force yourself to sell any. You know, like
Yeah.
Yep.
that's why that's why my first question was how bad you need the money. Because if you really need the money, then I guess you fucking have to bite the bullet and do it. But if you don't need the money, like it's not a big deal like that right now, then yeah, some of those,
Yeah.
like I said, the Jordan ones and shit, I would wait just because, like I said, I only see it fucking going up in value. It's not gonna go down. I mean, it might dip for like a year or two, but like in general, like I said, if you're willing to hold it for like 10, 15 years, yeah, it's only gonna go up.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna take that advice too. I
think
never
so.
thought of it that way.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if you're gonna think about it as an investment, like fine. Like I think about my shit like that too. You know, like I paid $600-700 for my KG jersey. Now it's like worth $1,000. Like, you know what? But guess what? I'm gonna hold on, obviously, because I love him, but also it's just not worth it. There's a better time to do it.
Yeah, that's like Pete. Pete sold me the 16 by 20 Willie Mays.
Yep.
The over shoulder catch,
hell yeah.
authenticated or whatever. I think I bought it for like $250. Right when he died, he's like, "Will, you know you can get like 600-700 for that right now."
I bet.
And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yep.
And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna keep it,
Yep.
you know, because I like my pictures more than my cards. My cards just sit in a box."
Yeah, cards are definitely not as
You
cool.
know?
Yeah, that's why I like whenever I got shit
Yeah.
signed, like, cause I, because then when I went to go meet Aunt and shit, like, people get like posters and shit signed. Which, if I hung up the poster, it'd be cool. But like, yeah, if I'm just gonna hold it and it's gonna sit and do nothing, that's worthless. That's why I kept getting. That's why
Damn, you got the shoes too?
yeah, I got his all-star fucking AAE ones, whatever.
Must be really nice. Do you got it in a case?
Yep. If you were watching my
Nice.
stream, it's right here on the screen.
Oh shit!
I
How
was
do
rock-
I watch that?
If you go to my YouTube, I suppose. That's where you can watch. You can always watch streams on YouTube. What up, brother? Hold on. See, like, so, like, on my, if I run streaming, I can't work. My camera doesn't work on OBS and Discord. It only works on my OBS. Eventually, I need to get a second camera so I can have 2 different camera angles. That's what I was talking to Bill about. Because he was like, if you do this interview with this guy, it would be cool is if you had like a couple different camera angles, so like you could splice and edit shit to fucking, make it look like you're looking at each other sometimes or do whatever. I'm like, that would be a fucking cool idea. What's your picture behind you, Will?
That's a print. I think it's out of. I won this at a silent auction. It was me and one other bidder for 175. I got it appraised last year for 600.
Nice.
Yeah, about 20 years ago. Beat him by $5 on it was me and one other guy, and we had to put our final bid on
What
there.
up, brother?
Hey,
I
was
got you.
good.
What's good?
You got the beard going.
I do. It's cold. Hold on, I'll show you. Those are the
Yeah.
A's.
Oh yeah!
All right.
Wow.
I can't. Hold on. I gotta go this way. Well, yeah. Here's
Did
my
you get in your size, or you didn't care
Yep,
what size you
I
bought?
got 12s. Yep. There's an Ant jersey.
Hey. Oh
And then
man.
my KG. That's the one your brother got. Me
Nice.
and your brother got that one. He got same one basically. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I got KG's rookie autograph on
Love
it.
this fucking
Right
rug.
there.
What was that, brother?
KG's autograph, rookie autograph on an
Fuck
8x10.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's got the certificate authenticity from Hobby Heroes Northtown
Oh,
back
really?
in the day.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it was like old school, but
Mhm.
yeah, I got a collection here for sure.
Yep.
Look at it. Check out this one.
I just started a couple of years. Like I said, KG's my Ant jersey. When I met him, was the first one I got for real. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. So I signed up for the shit. So randomly I get the emails from people. They're like, oh, this person's in town. You want to get this shit signed? Most time not, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? If Nas Reese shows up, maybe I'll fucking do it or something like that. I like Bret Hart. Is that Tyson?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
There's Sugar Ray up there.
Sugar Ray. That's a classic. Who's that?
Nope, that's my Kobe.
Oh, that's Kobe? Okay.
That's my Kobe right there.
Yep. I see
Yep.
that now. Yep.
It's my
Magic?
Magic Johnson.
I don't got
Yep.
nothing Magic. Magic would be cool to have. Who's that? I can't
There's
see.
my Willie Mays.
Oh, that's
You
your
know
Willie-
what?
That's your Willie Mays.
You know
one
I
you're
got? Yeah, I got all my stuff from Pete. 90% of it.
Oh, I know, because Pete
know-
tells
you know-
Pete would tell me about this at the bar. He'd be like, dude, I used to buy shoes. I buy them for like $200. I sell them for like $300 on fucking Facebook Marketplace, whatever the fuck, like, dude, there's a market for that shit, dude. I tell
Pete's
people all the time,
crazy.
hey man, why not? Why not make money like that?
Yeah, Pete is so crazy on that. He's so smart on that too.
Yep.
We took a drive. He's like, let's go to the liquor store from Coon Rapids, and then we end up in Minneapolis. I'm like, why do we got to go to this one? He's like, oh, this Scotch whiskey's coming out today, and it's all numbered. And I was like, okay, whatever, let's go down there then. Then he could only buy 2 bottles for like $100. I think he sold them both for 800.
Yep.
Um,
Another good idea.
You know, I'm like, what
Fuck
the
yeah,
hell?
people are smart. Like, yeah, he's a good dude like that. I tell people all the time, if you're really smart, if you have time to waste and if you don't really care to drink it, buy like $100 bottle of scotch now. Wait like 10 years, and that bottle of scotch will be like 1,500.
Damn.
Just because it's good.
That's,
It's
that's
good
a good
scotch.
investment, man.
It is. I'm saying if you don't care to drink it, just buy $100 bottle of scotch. Wait 10 years. That shit will literally 10 times its money. Because that's how it is.
Mhm.
I think I've had some good scotch before, dude, and that is hard not to fucking drink.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, I got a
Would be
couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's money.
Yeah, I'm saying I got a couple
yeah.
Game of Thrones, fucking House of the Dragon. Those bottles they had those collector ones. I bought like 2-3 of them, and they just sit.
Dude, there gets to be a point where, like, with investments, like, space starts to be a fucking issue too. You know, like,
Oh my,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that's what he's talking about.
1,500
With the sports shit, that's what he's talking about. Like, yeah, if you buy a
Yeah,
lot of
okay,
jerseys
yeah.
and shit, like I said, unless you have like a gargantuan house where you can hang them up every fucking where, dude. Yeah, you're eventually gonna run out of fucking space. Even me, 'cause
Yeah.
my room's not that big. I could probably put like 2, maybe 3 more. I could probably put 2 more jerseys up, but I have like spots to put like those pictures or the fucking if I had signed cards or something. I could put stuff on like the little section of the wall, but yeah, for big shit on the wall, I got maybe 2 to
Got the
4 more
ceiling.
spots. Yeah, well,
Mhm.
I don't let people in my house if they're shady. I don't worry about people stealing because
Yeah.
I don't let them in my house. Fuck them,
Yep, fuck that shit, dude. Hell no.
dude. How about this? My sister's a
Yeah,
thief. She finally came to my house for the first time ever. It took 5
Oh,
years.
she's a thief, dude. My sister's a fucking
Well,
thief.
She's a druggie.
Oh my
so,
God.
So like I preface,
No,
she's
my
only a
sister's
thief
not
because she's a
druggie.
druggie. Because like that's
mm,
the thing. So like her,
Here's
her
some shit
normal
mine.
is a good like she's a good person. She's just fucking bad on drugs.
oh,
like,
she just needs the drugs.
yeah, like so I always preface like it's not
That's
her as like
unfortunate.
the individual. Like I think
Yeah,
like I
that's
know she,
really unfortunate.
yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. But like I finally let her over and I just told her I'm like, you do not step foot downstairs. If you go downstairs, I'll throw you the fuck out the second I see it. You know, like because that's where all my shit is. That's important. Okay, like you can come up, eat Thanksgiving, cool, hang up upstairs all you want. Because like at one time,
How old's your sister?
uh,
She go to Grand Rapids?
no, she's Andover. We're all Andover kids. But technically, she went to
Oh, okay.
Crossroads.
Oh, that explains it.
I went
Yeah.
there for summer school.
Yeah, she went to Crossroads for the last 2. I don't think she actually graduated high school because, like I said, I left. So like
Me neither.
me and her. So like she was a freshman. I was a senior. I went to college for 2 years. When I came back, she changed 1,000,000,000%. Like she got hardcore into like ecstasy, all that shit, you know, and it was just slowly downhill from there.
I think there was a girl named like Janessa or some shit with the last name Voss in elementary school, but
That ain't
I
me.
guess unrelated.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah,
that ain't
not
me.
you.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Your sister has the same name as my 24-year-old daughter,
really?
just spelled different.
Yeah.
Damn,
One letter
20-year-old
different.
daughter. We got
With an
another
I
old
instead of
man.
an E,
Dude, we got
yeah.
somebody old man.
Well, yeah.
Good to see her.
So like, that's my mom. So like, when my Lebanese side came over, they picked fake new American names. That was one of them. So like, their last name became Soman. Like, how do you say your name? Like, what? Soman. Okay, you know, like that's how it was. You know, 1900, whenever they came over here.
Oh,
Mhm.
they fucking changed my my great grandpa's or great great grandpa's
Yeah,
name at Ellis
whoever came
Island
here. Yeah,
to make
that's
it
what I'm
more
saying.
like phonetic.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what, like I said, we're fucking. My mom's side's Lebanese, so you know they were like Halananak or whatever was their fucking name, and these people were like whatever. Like I said, Soman. Like I said, the easiest white person name ever. So,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So
Yep.
man,
Yep.
done. Like all right, next.
That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. So I mean,
Pieces of shit.
Amina was one of those
know-
names
we
too
know
that
our
were like
real
the
spelling.
Americanized name of. It's like a Lebanese kind of or like a Arabic name mixed with American connotation. Yeah. Well, technically, I'm from the Levant,
Yeah, it's from
which
Egypt,
is
yep.
like Israel, Lebanon, fucking Syria, that area. That's where my mom's from, technically. And my
You're
daddy's
pretty
side.
white for being by the.
I need to go. Let's wait for the summertime, baby. I'll
Pretty
turn.
white for a brown guy.
Shit,
You
that's all right.
can be at the fake and bake
Hey man,
tomorrow.
if you put me
got-
next, if you
I
put me
got
next to,
native
if
in
you
me.
put me next to a white person, you'll see that I'm not white. How about that?
Yeah.
They'd always be like, I'm pasty. I'm
Can't
like, I don't
attest
know.
to that.
I always
That's what I
say, like,
say, too.
this is as light as I get. This is winter time. This is as light as I get, my friend. It only gets darker from here.
Yep.
And when I go up north to the cabin for that week, and if it's hopefully it's nice out, and I get to go fish like 4 or 5 times. Oh yeah, dude, I'll be Durka to the max, dude. I'll be dark as fuck. It's just how it is. So like,
So
when I
are you
was,
strictly on first shift?
yeah, no. It started because I
Okay.
started coaching my daughter's basketball team, so I needed to be there. Now my kids started playing sports.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, it's one of those things. Kids started playing sports. I'm like, I should have a babysitter
cool,
or
man.
somebody fucking bringing them to games and shit. Like, I should probably do that. So,
Dude, that dad that coaches, you know, for the kids, dude, they're always the fucking best. Like,
well, the thing
my
is,
buddy's
yeah,
dad coached baseball, basketball.
so like for her, it was like 2nd grade. So like it was so hard for me to fucking not be mad because they're little kids. I was like, oh man, can you guys just fucking listen, please, like for a minute, like. But you know, it was good and fun. How about this? I always say this. So like, they did individual drills at the end of the year, right? For like shooting, dribbling, and what was it? Shooting, dribbling, and something else. And 2 of my bitches won the fucking shit. I was like, that's what's up, dog. I had the best shooter and the best dribbler. I was like, fuck y'all. I could tell you my coaching works.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I miss coaching.
it's
I
fun.
love coaching actually.
I just love sports because I feel like I'm smart with it because I know like the intricacies of the game. Like I know how the game's supposed to be played and how it's being played even like now. Like I don't hate modernization like some people do. I'm just like, you know what? This is the way the game is. This is the way you got to play it, man. Guess what? If you're playing football, you better throw the fucking ball because that's what they fucking do. You know, like good running's nice, but guess what? You throw the ball because that's the way the game is played. In the NBA, you shoot threes. You know why? Because that's the way the fucking game is played. I get it. You know, like you might not like it, but until they change something, you have to play within the game. That's the game now, you know. So like for me, it was like those kids. I was like, you're guys gonna learn to shoot, and you guys are gonna learn to dribble. Because you know what? For the rest of your lives, if you play basketball, they're gonna love you if you could shoot and if you could dribble. As long as you can do those 2 things, you'll be set.
What if they reduce 3-pointers to like 2.5 points or some shit?
Well, honestly,
They're not gonna do that.
they thought about they've talked about adding a 4-point line, making it like 5 feet deeper or whatever. So they thought about doing something. It's not really even about that per se. It's more they just gotta allow a little more physicality, not too much more. Just,
Okay.
just
yeah,
a little bit.
right.
So like I can't remember what it was. Probably like in 2010, 2008, they changed the rules where if a guy's cutting through the lane, the big man can't bump him. They have to let him run freely more. So like now people get more.
Okay.
They can run around and get open a lot easier than what they used to be. So like if they just allowed more bumping and chipping, you know, it would slow the game down, make it more physical, and you know you would stop everybody shooting a billion threes and stuff. Like it's just something small like that. I think that's the big thing they need to fix eventually.
Yeah, I think sports are going more to scoring. They're basing around more
Yeah, man.
points,
It's all
more
about, it's all
action.
about the Benjamins.
Yep.
Guess
For
what? If
sure.
I have a team that scores a
Oh,
billion
yeah.
points, everyone in the stadium goes, yeah, 100,000 times. It's a lot of more money they make. Just the way it is.
Mhm.
So what's the viewership of the NHL versus the NFL?
Oh, NHL's the worst. Oh, actually, no. I think baseball might be worse than NHL. It's close, so I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh shit.
Viewership.
Yeah, I'm googling it too.
Viewership of 4 leading sports.
Ooh, it's a pretty damn.
Yeah, for football, football's king by far.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, soccer.
Well, they're going Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
now there.
Wow. Then the viewership on TV is like 10 times compared
Yeah,
to.
43 million versus
Attendance.
114 million. So there you go. 37% viewership versus 4% for hockey. Basketball's second at 11%. Baseball's 9%. Soccer's 7%.
Really, baseball's on second.
I knew baseball wasn't. Basketball took over probably end of Jordan era.
Oh,
So I can't remember. I could probably find it, but I read a stat. So the average baseball fan is like 55 years old or something. It's the oldest fan base. So basically, they're worried that once that fan base dies, they're going to lose so many of their people.
Yeah, the boomers.
Yeah, basically.
It's a pretty fucking
basketball and football took
static
over.
game.
Yeah, I'm saying basketball, football took over because football is cerebral, but has big collisions. And basketball, even soccer and hockey, to an extent, it's always constant.
Basketball is just on. Yeah, it's
I'm saying,
constant. and just
I'm saying, yeah,
constant
hockey,
basketball.
soccer, and basketball, it's always constantly. You're always going. There's,
so many dimensions to the play. That's
for sure.
I don't know what you do to fix a baseball if it needs to be fixed.
You
Well,
add a
there's sports
series
like,
of landmines into the outfield.
They got other games. Well, what the fucking games they have?
They have 162 games. That's a big problem too. They have too many games because most of them don't matter. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you play 6 out of 7 days a
fuck
week,
wants-
who cares if you lose
Oh.
3 games this week because you're gonna play 6 next week? Like I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
They probably need to shorten the season. I think that would actually help baseball, make games more
I
meaningful.
think so too. Nobody wants. I mean, I don't. I would never want to fucking watch that many games. It's like 168 games or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
162
like,
games.
Nope.
It's a long
It
fucking.
seems
thing,
like
dude.
the steroid era kind of ruined it. I thought.
A little bit. Well,
You know.
it made a lot of new fans that love the home run ball, which now that's what everybody does now. That's what David always gets pissed about. David's like, all they do is hit home runs. I'm like, well, that's what they were told to do in the fucking steroid era, right? Fucking everybody loved it. Made a bunch of money. Why do you think they're making a bunch of money now? It's home runs, not fucking the guys hitting doubles and singles all day. The Ichiros aren't making money. It's the fucking Mike Trouts and the fucking these people are making money,
Otani's, sodas.
Yeah, I'm just saying the people that they all hit fucking 30, 40 home runs. They're not fucking 12 home run, 38 doubles, 15 triple guy. That shit don't matter no more. They don't care at least. They probably should, but they just don't. Like I said, same as basketball. Like if you don't shoot 35, 40% from the 3-point line, you're not a good player. Doesn't matter if you're a great defender, if you do everything else good. If you don't do this at a minimum, you're not going to be considered a good basketball player in today's world because that's the standard. It is what, you can like it or hate it, but that is the standard. That's the way we play now. Just got to accept it.
That's a big deal. If you're not somebody who you can somebody that can pass the ball to and fucking score.
Yeah, at least rely on. Yeah, especially if you're open. Like if I get double, if Anthony Edwards gets double, triple team because he's awesome, and I kick it out to this dude wide open in the fucking corner, his job is to fucking bang that 3. Like that's his job. If he's missing more than he's making, now you're a problem. Like I can't rely on you. Which makes the superstar now have more problems because now he's going to keep getting double, triple team because they don't got to worry about dude hitting 3s. That's why DiVincenzo was the greatest fucking. Putting him in the starting lineup has been a savior for us because now we have more shooting, which now they can't double, triple ant. So now he's going off. Speaking of that, because he just had 42 again tonight.
Who had 42?
Ant tonight. He had 42 points today.
Oh, nice.
That's what I was telling you. Like the Vikings sucked. I mean, whatever, but at least the Timberwolves fucking did good. Yeah, we won.
Dude, I'm so glad I didn't watch like every single Vikings game, dude. Like I just can't buy into it anymore, man. Like I want to.
I try to tell people all year. They
fucking get fully invested in a Super Bowl year, but
they played like
I know when we get to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna fucking just be like, whatever.
They played the easiest schedule all year. Like we played the most cupcake schedule this year, so a lot of it was that. Our defense was really good. I don't really talk shit about our defense. It's our offensive line. That's the whole real problem. Because, like I said, every game that we sucked is when Darnold is on his ass all game, which is we lost to 2 teams all year, and both of them fucking sacked our guy probably 6-7 times each game. That's why you lose.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna talk about a billion other things, but that's gonna be the issue. The thing nobody's gonna want to talk. Like when I go to work on Thursday, I'm gonna hear one bitch about this game, and I'm gonna have to repeat to everybody over and over because they're gonna tell me Darnold's the worst player, which he's not necessarily the best, but. How are you going to talk shit about a guy who's been sacked 7 times, was probably hit 15 times, Like, what do you expect a quarterback to do when you're on your ass every other time you throw the ball? Good luck.
Yeah, he was highly pressured tonight.
It was bad. Same as against Detroit the other week. The reason why we lost to Detroit is because he was on his ass the whole fucking game. So, Let's see here.
That was great.
Here we go. Anthony, oh, he had 41 points, 14 for 25, 5 for 11 from the 3-point line, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. He had a good game. 3 steals and a block. Fucking, how many turnovers do you think he had today?
4.
He had 7.
Yikes.
7 fucking, dude, that's a fuck ton, dude. Jesus Christ. He had, I was about to say he had a fucking almost perfect game, except for all of a sudden I looked at that stat. I was like, Jesus Christ. 7 turnovers.
Yeah, I got him on my auction league
Did you?
for fantasy football.
Fucking
Fantasy,
nice.
yep.
I want to play fantasy basketball some year. So I don't find too many people I want to play.
I'm not doing too good though because I got Joel Embiid.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, he ain't played all year.
No, and I paid a lot for him.
Mm-hmm. It's just like
$50 about 200.
200. Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like fucking having the first pick in basketball or football, dude. If you draft fucking Christian McCaffrey this year, you sucked.
Yeah, just PayPal Pete 100, so Pete's covered.
I know, yeah. That's what I told him. And then your other buddy, he already prepaid
Yeah.
me, so he's good. No,
Okay.
I got money from, and I need Johnny. I need Luke. I got 4 people from the bar that owe me money.
Hey, you know if I would have played Debo when I played you, I would have won.
I know, right?
Debo Samuel, and then I just coasted on the championship game. I just had to put my lineup in to see how I compare to you two,
You know,
and I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, my championship game, I did do good. I actually did really good, but I had 2 zeros. I was like, fucking stupid. Ramon Stevenson and my defense got me 0 points. I'm like, what? So I scored like 113 points with 2 zeros. So I actually had a pretty good week. It just had 2 duds.
That's crazy. You had the top running back and top wide receiver.
Hell yeah, dog. I was killing it.
Oh my god, I cannot believe that, man. I was
Oh,
just like,
man. I'm proud of that
I looked
team.
I clicked on it. I clicked on Saquon. I knew he was up there. He had to been 1.
Yeah.
And then he's 1. And then I was like, oh my God, he chased. I got to click on him. Number 1 again. I was like, woo.
Greatest
And
team.
were you streaming quarterbacks damn near all year?
I
weren't
was
you?
the whole year, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I usually won, but there was a couple of weeks where it fucking cost me, though. I fucking pick up somebody that's like 5 points. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Well, you did good, man. You did good, though.
I always stream quarterbacks unless I pick up one randomly. So like honestly, I picked up Justin Fields in the beginning of the year. I was gonna roll with him all year, but then they benched him for fucking Russell Wilson. I was pissed.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah, I don't understand that move at all.
I don't either, but hey,
You know.
I didn't either. I was confused.
Bo Nix, though, man, he did you good.
Dude, Bo Nix was nice.
A rookie quarterback.
Who would? In my other league that I won, I had Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels. In my
Oh, you won that one?
I won EK's league too. I'm a double champ this year, bitches. I'm talking hella
God,
shit.
man, you did.
I had the 8th pick in both leagues, so I had in that league I had Jamar Chase. I had T. Higgins. I had T. Higgins play when he had fucking 40 points last week, whatever the fuck it was. Oh my god, I was having the greatest time of my life.
You took down EK's league, though, huh?
Yep, I'm talking shit to everybody this year. Everybody getting it.
I bet you are, man. Where's your belt? You should
It's
have
at the
that
bar.
championship belt around your waist.
I should probably bring it here someday. I leave it at the bar, so when people show up, I go, "What's up, motherfucker?"
Yeah, you could do that, or else you could hang it up in that little spot that you got
know.
up top there too.
I should.
Hell yeah,
Oh yeah.
sure.
That's like I said. I've been talking hellish. Whenever EK comes here, I talk shit to him about fantasy. I'm always like, "Hey, bro, what
Mhm.
happened?" The one league I knocked him out. It was funny because I was playing him in the playoffs, and he was at the bar. He's talking shit because he was supposed to win by like 12 or 13, before the game started. And by the end of like the 3 o'clock games, I'm like, "Hey, EK, why aren't you talking shit no more? He's like, "What?" He looks at his phone. I'm like, "Now I'm supposed to win by 20." He's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "T. Higgins, motherfucker, dropped 42." It was so funny.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So, do you end up second or first?
me? I won it.
Yeah, you took it down, right? You won by about 10.
Yeah, I won 13. Yeah, 100 to 113 against Corey.
Okay, yeah.
Corey's lucky ass fucking went from the worst team to fucking in the Super Bowl because he got hot at the right time.
Oh yeah, he had a good squad.
No, he did. It was his
He had a
injury,
good
guys.
squad. I knew Pete had a shitty squad. He had talking shit that time. He beat me by like 60 points
Yeah, I remember.
one time. He even had to do a Facebook post on
I know
me.
he did.
You know, I was like, oh my god, man. Oh shit.
That's funny.
Man, I couldn't
I know.
believe it.
Pete got actually. So Pete probably should have won his game, dude. That game that he lost against Corey, Atlanta's defense gave him 26. His kicker gave him like 15. He got like 30 from another dude. He's like, these three players got like 90 points.
Yeah, he's always got something to bitch about though.
Of course he do. I get it in the sense.
But,
I would probably do the
yeah.
same thing if I lose. When I lose, it's always motherfucker. Why did I start a dude on my bench?
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yep. And Debo was on. He did like single digits for like 5 weeks prior to that.
Oh, I
It
know.
was like
He was garbage this year.
no way I could put him in.
I feel that.
You know. Then I got Nico Collins back, and
Nico
he
has
didn't
been
do
ripping
shit.
it up. I know he sucked that game, but I'm saying in general he was ripping it up all year. Especially once what's his
Yeah,
name
the
went
first
down.
like, 4 or 5 games
Yeah.
before he got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying once Stephon Diggs went down, Nico went way up.
Yeah, I think he was number 1 there when he went down.
He was up there. Like I said, he was.
Oh
doing,
yeah, for
he
sure.
was doing really fucking good for like I said that 5-6 week stretch. Yeah, man. Who was it?
So I gotta buy.
Hmm?
I gotta tip you big next time. I gotta take a day off of work and
Hmm.
come tip you big for winning.
Hell yeah. Shit, you just
For
gotta come
sure,
up and talk
man.
Timberwolves talk, baby.
Oh yeah, I went to the Lakers game. I brought my girl. I've been with her for over a year. I brought her over there too. We won like 300 off of $40 on pull tab
Fuck yeah.
when you weren't there. But I brought her to her first game. I'm dating a African from Congo.
That's pretty dope.
Young. I'm 43. She's 26,
Okay.
and she crazy. I'll bring her up there
That's
and
cool.
show you.
I mean, you guys have been together for a year, so it must be going pretty good then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Real good. And you know what? These American women, these white American women that I've been dating, they're all fucking nuts.
Well, yeah.
This
'Cause they
one
don't-
is
they don't
actually
appreciate shit.
cool. No, and they lie and they cheat and they fucking talk shit. You know, I'm like, what the hell? You met a good one.
hmm
You know, I thought I
mean,
had a good one.
We
But
had our ups and downs, I would say, but I mean, there was a couple year period it was pretty rough, but you know, we worked through it and everything's good now. Last 3 years have been really good. So,
yeah.
but hopefully, I mean,
So
the thing is, if you
This is all cool, right?
if you struggle with the right one, it's not as bad as it could. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and communication is key too.
that was
People just don't
that was a
wanna
lot of our
communicate.
problems too. At the time, we were both fucking. We didn't talk to each other about like issues. We just kind of hold them all in until we explode, and it was just bad for everybody.
Mhm.
So I'm saying we had a big tribunal fucking. We talked a bunch of shit to each other, just fucking told each other we're both pieces of shit for our own ways, and we fucking. All right, I'll do better not to be a piece of shit this way. You try your best not to be a cunt this way, okay? Can we come to some kind of agreement? You know, just be civil about this shit instead of fucking still being hateful and arguing. You know, just over most time not even big shit. It's just little shit.
Communication is key for sure.
Fuck yeah,
No.
dude.
It's overrated. A lot of people think they just don't
Yeah.
want to do it. I don't know why.
They want to be stoic. Oh, because that's like the stereotypical male is supposed to be stoic.
I'm
and shit,
always
you know?
right. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like a lot of it's just it's just way men, especially, have been beat down throughout thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You know, it's hard to break that. Men have only been trained to talk probably for like the last 50, 60 years. You know, realistically, you know. So I mean, we're just not good at it yet. Give it time. We'll get better.
Wait, what? You said men aren't good at talk, or
Yeah, I
men
think
can
men are
talk?
worse at it. Women are much easier
Oh,
and
I
open
thought-
about talk about your
yeah.
feelings and shit. Being like, dude, a girl can go to-
emotions? Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Like men, like I said, we're supposed to be stoic and fucking nothing's bothering me, you know, and just whatever, you know, like that's just how
Yeah.
we've been trained to be, like I said, for thousands and thousands of years. Like I said, men have only been for 50, 60 years have been trying to be like more open about how they feel, good, bad, and different, you know, all that shit, you know.
Well, like every other masculine trait isn't incompatible with like being emotionally open and, you know.
No, it's not, but
All
I'm
that.
saying,
Mhm.
but we've been trained to think it is, though. I'm saying, like I said, for thousands of years, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, no,
I'm just
that's what I'm saying. For men, yeah,
supporting.
men are starting to figure this out. Where it's like, no, dude, you can fucking be sad, upset, whatever the fuck it is, and you know, whatever. You're a fucking human. Like you're supposed to.
You
be.
can learn patience and understanding.
That's
There was some
true.
guy that I was like chatting with on Facebook a little bit, and he was like, "Yo, dudes aren't supposed to be talking, you know, like women do, you know, on you know, just bullshit,
Yeah.
you know." And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, because he's still fucking that way, that old way of thinking. Like I said, we're slowly progressing, but there's a few stragglers that don't want to fucking they don't want to hold on to the fucking old system of ways of thinking and shit.
Well, they're pussies. They're pussies.
Or
is all it
he's
is.
probably the one who wants his dinner ready at 5
Mhm.
and you know his feet rubbed at 8.
Yep.
You
No,
know,
he's the kind of guy, you know, he thinks just because, you know, he gets, you know, pussy from X amount of girls a month or whatever that he's
Oh, because he's gonna get
Oh,
venereal.
Andrew
accomplishing shit.
He's gonna get VDs and shit and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, so you stick your dick
I mean,
in
the
any
thing is, when you're
fucking
young
hole
and
that
dumb, that's.
will
I
let
mean,
you.
it's not
Like,
fine to do, but I mean, it's
this
more.
guy isn't young and dumb. This guy is
Yeah.
easily my age.
Mhm.
Fucking loser. Right? No, I fucking let him have it, dude. If anybody fucking even hints some kind of shit to me, I fucking let him have it. I don't know, man. Like I have zero tolerance for any kind of bullshit. You know, anybody's that's harboring any kind of judgment of any kind, I fucking take that and I fucking reverse them. And fucking, it's like I don't know, man. Like strangle.
you're like
them
my
with
brother Pete.
it. Well,
Mm,
well,
Pete
dude,
don't
I'm
take
always
no
I'm the type
bullshit
of guy.
from nobody.
no.
I'm the type of guy who kind of grew up with a family who didn't want to hear my shit, right? They didn't want to fucking hear my criticism. So I had to fucking constantly hold back my thoughts. And like that transferred into other areas of life. And that fucking like hurt me. Like, it made me look like a fucking like idiot compared to what I really am. So now I'm like, you know,
Speak
just
up.
letting people have
Speak
it.
your mind.
But there's a way to present your fucking thoughts, you know, even if it's critical, where, you know, it's not going to piss people off or like.
That's why,
make them
like I
dismiss
said,
whatever
that's why I
you're
tell
saying.
you all the time. I try to break things
Alright.
down to like first grade level, where like, dude, you have to understand what I'm saying. Like, you can't even argue this point because I'm breaking it down where the kindergartner at school can understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know you can understand how I'm saying and what
I
I'm
fucking
saying.
massacre people on Facebook now. Like there was a point in my life where I was like afraid to discuss things online because I didn't want to have to deal with people like
Labeling.
shitting on my ideas or whatever, you know, just because like that's the default thing is to criticize, right? And that shit annoys the shit out of me. But now I'm like, I'm a late bloomer for sure, 100%.
Me too. I was with a woman for 18 years, and you know, I had everything on a snap of a dime, when I wanted it, where I want it. Now, I said what I say goes, and then it all changed with dealing with life and a different person, you know. And I had to learn patience. I had to learn how to listen to women, and right now I'm doing
Okay.
fine with them. You know, it's like I feel better about it. You know,
So you had a girl that was
they're humans.
Yeah.
more submissive and like afraid, so you got accustomed to it.
no, it was more like we were 15 and 14 when we met, so I kind of trained her right to the way I wanted her,
Mm-hmm.
and we were together so long where it was just like the same thing every day and expectations
Yep.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, when we split up, it was different. I didn't know I had to look for a ring on a woman's finger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you go out to a bar, when you go out to try to
Anyway.
meet somebody, I
Yeah.
did not. I never had to look for a ring on her finger.
Right.
You know, and apparently nowadays a ring don't mean shit.
No,
No, not
You
even.
know. Yeah, these
I
women
don't
will do
know.
whatever, whenever.
I don't want to just fuck somebody though. I mean, maybe if it's like a
That was never me.
situation where it's
At
you know,
most, I would get hit. I would fuck
Yeah.
around like that kind of shit. Like I don't want to fuck. My whole thinking was like, if I can impregnate you, I don't want to like unless I'm like in love with you or care about you. Like you could be somebody I want to be with. I don't want to fuck you. We can fool around, do other things, but
the
that's
condoms
that's
are
it.
lame. Fuck that. I don't want to fuck. Fucking with a condom is just
Yeah,
not my
I've only done
not
it
my
twice.
thing.
Two times I've worn condoms.
Twice, dude. Pretty much same, dude. It's like terrible.
Yeah, I'm saying
Like,
I've done it twice, and after that, I
like-
was like, nope. I'll just
like-
if I'm gonna do whatever, I'm gonna fucking get head and shit. I'm not fucking no bitch unless I'm gonna like I can actually be with this chick for ever or whatever you want to call it. At least have her in my
2
life
times.
ever. You know.
But- The 2 times I wore a condom, it was like too small, and it's like, fuck, no.
Well, the first time was the first time, so I was like,
Hey, Wally,
Because it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine though. It was
Yeah, I
like
get
the
what you're saying.
girls, you know, from like the past relationship or something. So
what up, Willie?
Wally, I got good luck over at Misfits.
The tabs? Oh, we're getting laid? Yeah,
Oh.
dude. There's a dude.
4 of them.
Dude, I bet.
4
Dude.
of them.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Dude, there's some.
It was fun times.
Dude, I bet. I always said the old me's dead and gone. I can't do that shit no more.
I guess I learned about it in the last about 6 years.
Well, yeah,
And
like you
learned
said,
to. I was shy when I first go out. All my friends were like, "The only way you're gonna get rid of it and off your mind is just go out and meet a different girl."
Mhm.
And
That's
it took me 5 months after we broke up to
Yeah.
actually go. Okay, I want to go get some pussy,
Yep.
and I did, but it took me a long time.
Yeah, man. Dude, especially for you, dude. You're with the chick for 18 years. Yeah, dude. That's a lot of emotional baggage that's on you, no matter what. Like, people act like it's easy just to throw it away, but it's not. You know, like, think about it. Like, you're the chick long enough to have an adult kid with. You know, like that's a lot of years, a lot of time, a lot of happiness, sadness, all this shit, emotional baggage. Like I said, like to throw that away and just be like, oh yeah, everything's fine, dude. It's not fine. And it's okay not to be
Yeah, it
fine.
was
Like I
very
said, for
hard.
men, we need to learn to be like, no, it's fine to not, like, it's okay to fucking admit that you fucking have problems, or like, it's an issue that you fucking are working through to getting through, you know?
How long you been with your old lady now?
11 years.
Ooh,
11 years.
shit, you're catching up to me.
I'm getting there, baby.
You're catching up to 18, man.
Yeah. My kid's about to be 10 this.
I met her one time.
Yeah. My kid's about to be 10 this March. 10 years old.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I got a 9-year-old too, and July 4th they turned 10.
July?
He turns 10. June. Yep, July 4th actually.
That's pretty dope.
You know that's crazy. He's gonna be turning 10, and I've never seen him on his birthday instead of the day he was born.
That is kind of fucked up. You know what's cool about him? Let me see here. He's
Yeah,
10 now. He's 10 now, right? Oh, he's gonna turn 10 in 2025. You said.
Yes, July
So-
4th. Yep.
So he's gonna be 60.
25.
He's gonna be 61 years old when the tricentennial happens. When America turns 300 years old, he'll be 61 years old. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man.
That's my new life.
You know
goal.
what's dope is Pete's son Cole.
Yep.
Pete's son
Tricentennial.
Cole. If he lives 100 years in 1 week, he'll be in 3 different centuries.
That is pretty fucking dope. There's only one chick that's ever happened to.
who's that?
His brother's kid.
He's born in December
Oh,
He's born in 99.
26th. 99. December 26th.
okay.
So yeah, if he lives to all
He'll probably make it. He'll make it for sure.
If he lives to 101, basically, yeah, he'll live 3. Like I said, I think I've read it somewhere. Only one person in history has lived 3 centuries.
Yeah, I think I was there when you're talking about it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's fucking wild.
What's
This
up,
is
King
like-
of the North? The King of the North.
Not much.
Still
I'm
playing
just
WoW,
here.
or what are you doing?
Nah.
God damn it. Fucking
Kind
WoW.
of floating around.
Oh, okay.
We just sitting here
I
bullshitting
know
about
you've
everything.
been fucking waiting on Elder Scrolls 6 as your next
Oh,
the
shit.
only game that you'll fucking get into.
But I
Yeah,
won't play it
Probably.
until retirement.
probably. He loves the From
Elder
Software games.
Scrolls. Elder Scrolls 6 will probably be my go-to game when it comes out, unless they do an Oblivion remake.
What's your
If they
favorite?
make an Oblivion remake, I'll fucking drop
Well, aren't they
that.
going to?
Good.
I think they are going to.
It was hinted at. It was supposed to be released last year, but they haven't confirmed anything.
Oblivion.
Yeah, don't believe
remake.
rumors until you
That
see
is-
actual shit. Because I've
No. So, no. So what happened was during
In
the
June.
whole Microsoft. Yeah.
It's
So
happening.
yeah. No, but Bethesda and Microsoft actually haven't fully confirmed it yet. Even besides like those posts of June from another studio. It was weird. It only got confirmed, I think, because of the whole leak that happened during the
This is 2 days ago.
Sony.
Xbox Insider. Let me see here.
Oh, they must. Okay, then they announced it. I didn't see that. That's new then,
Well,
because we hadn't heard anything up to last year.
Weird.
So yeah, so. Well, I'm buying that. Fuck it.
damn right. It's not just going to be a graphics update, which is, good.
Oh yeah, no, I think they're gonna. I think they're testing the remake of the Radiant AI.
Wonder what else they'll do.
Question
Honestly-
for everybody. What was your favorite video game as a kid?
Mine?
Everybody.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Favorite video game? Honestly, probably Super Mario 3.
Probably.
I love that game. I can still play that game.
That was a
Oh,
great one.
I would probably say either Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker.
Wind Waker was the
Both
fucking
good
shit.
choices.
I'm
fucking love
I'm about
it,
to
dude.
play
The music,
Ocarina of Time. But,
everything.
dude, I love Wind Waker, dude. That shit was the bomb.
Beautiful.
I only talk like that, but my family's first console was the N64. We didn't have anything before that.
I feel you. No, that's cool.
Okay.
So like my because what happened was my dad at the time got us a computer first.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was playing like Age of Mythology and stuff and all that fun stuff. Oh wait, that came out. No, that came out
I
after.
got into
Yeah.
that. I should.
Yeah, but then
Age of Wonders.
but then he was using the computer for work, right? But then my brother and I were always bored. And so then he was like, "Okay, here's a game console. Give this a shot." And so
Ocarina of Time was your first game?
N64 has got to be Mario Kart.
Mario Kart was
well,
dope.
fucking when I went home for fucking Christmas, I went down to the basement. I finally found my fucking GameCube, my old Wii, all that shit. Fuck.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's fucking tight.
Fucking
I got a
tentacle
Super
No, I
Nintendo.
don't-
at
I don't
my house somewhere.
Well, I want to use the consoles, but I'm almost just wanting to use the virtual imports.
Yeah, the better
Virtual
graphics
ports
and better
instead.
play. Only thing is,
No,
the
no,
remotes are
like-
different.
Yeah, it's. You see, that's where I'm torn. Is like, I want the nostalgia, but I also know in those games it's our old save files,
Yeah,
so I don't want to touch them either.
yeah, you don't want to erase
Right.
somebody's fucking history. Like,
No, like my brother and I both completed all the Zelda games to 100% on our own,
yep,
like without guides and stuff. So.
Damn, that's a challenge, especially.
yep,
It was a lot of. There was a couple discussions at school for sure
yep. That was
about
the
some
same.
things.
School was your internet back in the day, yep. Dude. I remember those.
Right, so we had definitely a handful of discussions.
Dude, yeah,
Definitely took place.
for fucking sure. Yeah, because
Mine would be RBI Baseball from regular Nintendo.
that was a dope game.
Oh, I remember that one.
I like technically out of those, I
Good
like
game.
RBI 3. That was the one that I liked. The fucking black
Yes.
game with the fucking that was the shit.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I remember the original. Remember like Super Nintendo, they had like big hurt, Frank Thomas's Big Hurt fucking baseball game. That was a fun one back in the day too.
Oh yeah. Even Ken Griffey Jr. one was cool too.
You know. I mean, I
Fucking
still like
That was
I
dope.
still like fucking original Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare, the first one,
Oh, yeah.
those first maps. I still play it online sometimes, just like 300 people that still play it, dude. So I'll play it once in a while, dude. It's fucking still dope.
Actually, Big Red one. That was fucking amazing.
Big Red one.
Call of Duty 2, Big Red one.
Okay.
Fucking
Oh,
phenomenal.
so before
the
Modern
campaign,
Warfare.
the campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the actual story game mode. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about online play.
Obvious. Oh, online play. I still find Call of Duty 4.
The first
That's
Modern
what I was
Warfare.
talking about. Yep.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
my fave.
Modern Warfare. Boom.
I'm saying those maps are still good.
That multiplayer. Fuck, that multiplayer was the fucking best.
Dude, there's still people.
Modern
that play
Warfare
it.
2 is okay, but Modern
was
Warfare
alright.
2 is okay.
Yep.
But the only thing I didn't like was they flushed in some more competitive mode stuff into
Yep.
the multiplayer, and it led to some really nasty bugs with
Yep. People are
and just
glitching.
really stupid gameplay, like the akimbo shotguns, and then the fucking swiftness bugs with your airdrops. I don't know if
Yep.
anyone remembers that.
I do.
Oh,
Like I
yeah,
said, I
we got
remember, dude,
them really fast.
that's my buddy Ryan. His favorite game is Modern Warfare 2, and me and him
Ugh.
always argue. I'm like, no, bro, I go with Modern Warfare. I'm sorry. I do like Modern Warfare 2. It was a great fucking game. I'm not talking shit about it. But if I'm gonna get nitpicky because that's how it gets to, yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. I just love those maps, dude.
I
Those,
like
those maps are great. There's perfect spots for camping. There's perfect spots for running. There's perfect spots for like a little bit of every kind of play style. Like, you know, I just loved it.
I think Modern Warfare 2's. Oh wait, no, I think I'm confusing the two stories. Never mind. Fuck me. What? Wait, no, I think. Which one is the one where the EMP goes off? That's Modern Warfare 2, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I think Modern Warfare 2's story was better than Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that's probably true. Like I said, that's why I preface with just online play, because I'm not talking about the story modes. Because yeah, there's better games, but just for the online gaming, like I said, that like
Yeah.
it's so dope. Like I said, there's probably like 300, 400 players that still play it to this day. Like I play, like I said, I still play it every so often. It's still fun to play. I don't give a fuck, dude. If I just want to play Call of Duty randomly online, I always go to this original Modern Warfare.
Honestly, the only change I would ever bring into Modern Warfare multiplayer would be maybe swapping Shipyard for Rust.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope.
I think that would.
Shipyard was probably, or not Shipyard. Rust was probably better.
Shipyard was toxic because there's literally 2 spots in that map where you can hit every spawn
Yep.
point, and it's just.
And the other thing that I would honestly, when I would do like, so if you're playing like hardcore, I hate that when you do like bomb, like the airstrikes, it kills your teammates, especially in Shipyard. It's like you do a fucking airstrike. Oh, I just got booted because I killed everybody. Like my bad. It's a fucking map where an airstrike covers up half the fucking map.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like fuck you.
I don't know if you guys can see.
And the game just
I
auto
can.
picks too.
That is dope. Is that the original first one on close to you?
It's PS2 World of War. I've
Yeah,
never
World of-
played. I've never played Call of Duty one time in my life.
Who your kid plays them all?
No, I got this in like the PS3 with like 30 games
Okay.
for I think $150.
Yeah.
But I've never played it.
I mean, it depends. If you like first person shooter games, they're pretty tight. Some of them.
Is it like GoldenEye 007? That was
No,
the best one.
That is a good one. But no. GoldenEye's third person. First person's like you see down the barrel, so
No.
you can actually see.
Yeah. No, GoldenEye's first person.
Is it? Oh yeah. I just
Yeah.
haven't played it for a while. Yeah, I think you can do either one. Honestly, I think you can do third person or first person as GoldenEye, right?
No. It's
No.
only first person.
Okay. I should play that game again. I could play it now.
I would so play GoldenEye, dude. The
I
story mode.
I gotta
is
finish my. I'm finishing my
fantastic.
Legend of Zelda: Age of Calamity. I gotta finish. I'm still working on that, and then I have to go to Ocarina of Time next. That's my next. I got it downloaded. I got that and Majora's Mask. So I'm about to go on a fucking 64 binge of Legend of Zelda
yeah.
because I haven't played them since I was
wonder
fucking like when did N64 come out? Like 99?
Majora's 97?
7, 8.
Or 96. 96 maybe. Okay.
Okay,
and
I'm saying that's probably the
look
last
up.
time I played a motherfucking N64 game.
I think it was 96. But...
So I kind of,
yep.
I kind of want to get,
96.
I want to have some member berries and fucking play the games, and see if they're still great or
Yeah,
if they're
dude.
not great. You know, one of those things. It's like
Oh, I
watching.
fucking love Majora's Mask so much.
It's like
dude.
watching. It's
Oh
like
my
watching
God.
old movies. Sometimes I watch them as an adult now. I'm like, that shit's garbage. I can't believe I liked it as a kid. Or sometimes I'm like, dude, that's a fucking great movie. I don't give a fuck. You know, like I'm an adult now and it's still awesome.
There's so many people that just can't handle Majora's Mask because of how weird it is.
Yeah. Well, also because it takes on different themes. It's about death and shit. It's different, you know. Honestly, Majora's Mask was like by like story mode, it was similar to like a Final Fantasy game with story.
Yeah, them Zeldas are fun though.
They are fucking fun time.
They're a little hard, a little difficult too.
They can. Well, now with the internet, everything's
Fucking
easier 'cause you can cheat. But
Skyward
yeah,
Sword was so easy, dude. Like that's why. Like
I
it's
never
a
played that
fucking
one.
Fun game, but
I never played that
it
one
was too
because everyone
easy, dude.
everyone told me
Like,
everyone
the
talked shit about it,
dungeons
so I never
sucked,
played it.
But there's a lot that is good about it, but there's just not a lot to it, honestly.
Yeah, it's a fine line. Like you don't want a game like so like obviously like Elden
Very
Ring and the
linear.
From Software is like the hardest games, right? Or some of them, you know, like that's the extreme. The other end, you don't want it to be super easy on the other end, like you know. Mario, you know, like the new Mario fucking like I played Mario Wonder World. That game's easy as fuck. It's fun, but it's really easy. So
It's just the people they direct the game to. Like Nintendo's always aimed more at
child,
young kids and
Yeah.
teenagers.
oh for sure, I get it.
Yeah. I feel like to an extent there's like some brain rot element too. Like, you know, like people actually tried back in the day and it was like a fucking like accomplishment or
Also,
like a
back in the
feat
day,
to
like
actually
usually the game was like you
beat
had
a
3
game.
lives, and it was like
Bragging rights.
you know, like it was Zelda. The first one was the first one to have save points. I mean, like that shit was relatively new. You know, like you had to make a game where someone could beat it in one sitting. Like
Yeah.
that was a style of game
Yep.
when they first came out. Versus now, where you
They
can
had,
play
like-
you can play a 200-hour game. You obviously, everyone can say, you know, it's different worlds. You know,
There was like passcodes, but yeah, like Punch Out, you know.
yeah, there was Pascal. That was their version of saving.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just pointing that out. Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying little. No, but so whatever. 1986 when Legend of Zelda came out, that was the first game with a save point. Like legitimately, that's the first game of all time that had a save point.
86, huh?
I think
I
that's when it came
remember
out.
it.
Yeah, because I watched. a bunch
When
of
did
these.
it? Where did you save in that game? In the first Zelda.
You just
I don't
you
remember.
you pause the game and you push save, and then you can turn the game off. You come back. It was
Oh,
save.
okay.
It wouldn't save like your spot,
long
but
time,
it would
dude.
save like your hearts and what you've beaten. You know, so you'd start back at the original spot, but
Oh, okay.
you'd have all your
Yeah.
shit, and it'd be like, oh, you've already beaten
I
4
remember those
dungeons.
different save files. So
Yeah, those save files, like I said, that was at the time legendary, extraordinary. Like that was fucking all brand
Yeah,
new technology. So like, I get why people talk
wonder-
shit, but
yeah,
it's like it's a
yeah.
different world, man. Like I said,
Yeah, without a memory card or anything.
well, like I
yeah.
said, those games.
I've never beaten that game. I should.
Zelda, you should. It's a great game. However, like I said,
first
yeah,
one? The
those
very
games
first, yeah.
were designed to be beaten probably like in a half hour because you know just the way it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, nowadays people make games to sit for 400 hours because you can literally go to every little spot a billion times and search for everything. You know, like it's just different worlds for gaming, especially.
When you think about it, like value has to like measure up for like game time. That's probably a part of it. You know.
Yeah. Well, how about like even like think about those players.
Technology is getting
That too, but I'm saying like think about how many times those people played the original Mario game to do all the crazy shit that you see with all those mod people and shit. You know, like it's fucking
Oh
nuts.
yeah,
You know, like how much time
where you can climb through like a wall if you go back and forth, or jump on that
Dude, all
shell
these
where
things.
you can get unlimited lives.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Oh,
like
You know,
yeah, I'm just saying like you gotta these people play like even those simple games like they're simple, but these people can perfect it so well because these people are so fucking nerdy because that's how people are, you know. If you give
Yeah.
somebody a chance to beat and perfect the game, somebody's gonna do it. Just There's somebody out there. I promise.
You can make a living playing video games.
You guys ever
No.
watch any of those like speed run fucking
Fuck yeah.
documentaries? Like
Not documentary, but I watched like the actual
from
speed
Summoning
runs.
Salt?
No,
Like
I've
Summoning Salt, dude, you would fucking love these videos.
Is
This
it on
guy's fucking
YouTube?
great. This dude.
Is
Dude,
it
yeah. So
Summoning
like
Salt?
this dude, yeah, dude, this motherfucker made a video about like Blind Punch Out, like, and like just the community that's around that, and then like,
Oh, so
other
he does
Punch-Out video, like-
okay, wait.
like-
I've actually I think I've seen some of these
Yeah.
videos now that I look at.
they're all really good, dude.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of these.
Like
but
Super
yeah,
Mario Bros. 3 record chasing and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, so good.
like I said,
a good presenter.
what was it? I wish I would have known about this later, but like in 2018, they had like the speed running challenge for like Legend of Zelda 2 and something else in Minnesota at like the convention center. So like all the top nerds for like these 3 video games were here.
Oh, okay.
I wish I would have known about
So
it.
you like the
It'd have been
Yeah,
dope to see
see what he's
them,
talking
like to
about,
go
yeah.
down there and watch like the 12 best flick and Legend of 2.
It's
Zelda.
on right now.
No, is it?
Yeah, Awesome Games Done Quick is on right now.
I forgot about that shit.
It's the event. I think it was the other day they just hit 2 million during the Ocarina of Time randomizer run.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the
Randomized.
one year it was in
Like,
Minnesota
yeah.
for like 3 games.
Order or
Like I
some
said, it
shit?
would have been dope to see it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what's
the
happened,
DX
Gong,
randomizer.
is the speedrunning community of like ZFG and them, like all the top speedrunners for Zelda, they've started doing the randomizer
Yep.
where they just do everything.
Yep.
And for this event, the randomizer is actually, I think, like a donation goal. I think the donation goal is $1 million
Okay.
for it.
Yep.
And it was no logic, almost max settings randomizer run.
Okay.
So,
Wait, what does
and
that
I
mean?
think so. Oh yeah. So I'll explain how the randomizer works in Zelda. So basically, what they did was every possible item you can get in the game. So the bow, the arrows, the upgrade arrows,
Oh,
the deck of
okay.
nuts. Every single one of those items, including dungeon keys, dungeon maps, dungeon compasses, ruby chests, Gerudo Valley, everything. They are all randomized.
That's awesome.
So, like, you could go to the first chest in the game and get bombs or the
Yeah,
big
whatever.
Goron sword. You know,
Yep.
That's hilarious.
they've also changed some things where, different entrances aren't the same. So, for instance, if you walk into Dodongo's cavern, it might teleport you to Ganondorf's castle.
Okay.
That's pretty
Yeah.
brutal.
Now, so there's lots of different settings, but the main difference that I said was no logic. So what they do is there's a couple points in the game where you need a certain item to do something. So, for instance, you can't actually beat Fire Temple without getting the Goron Hammer.
Okay.
You actually can't. You can't kill the boss.
Yeah.
So, in a logic setting, the boss cannot drop the Goron Hammer.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that make sense?
Yeah.
In a no logic setting, that can happen.
So what do you do?
That
Just
seed's
set
actually,
it?
that's no, that seed's unbeatable.
So you would just be cock blocked. That's
Yep.
kind of bullshit.
Now, that depends on what your rules, like what your personal rules are. You know, in that type of seed, if you do like wrong warping and stuff, yeah, you can beat the boss, right? It doesn't really matter. Like if you do a whole bunch of things. So what happened here, for the run for AGDQ they just did, dungeons were randomized where they could go between their Master Quest or regular version. Boss drops obviously were different. The medallions you got and all that crap. But they did a no logic run, and he actually had to use a very hard, very rare glitch to get into Fire Temple, because Fire Temple in Master Quest requires the Goron Hammer in like the first chest, or else you can't do the dungeon. And he actually had to glitch and do a whole bunch of weird things to get into Fire Temple. and then he got the hammer in Fire Temple.
That
Yeah.
sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. I've seen some
And
of
so,
these
like,
fucking runs, dude. It's crazy, dude.
They're all over the place. Like, he'll be like, I'm in Kakariko Village doing this stuff, and oh, I can go to Lon Lon Ranch and check here, and oh, I got this item, so this might mean I should probably go to Gerudo Valley, right? And so they're literally just kind of chasing and doing like checks all over the place.
The non-linear, or not even like non-linear, but like just random order or whatever element. So cool. Yeah.
Yep. And so because so they do a couple different genres. For some like the max settings, it's like they're just trying to do it as fast as possible, essentially.
Yeah.
Right, that's all they're doing. So like you're mapping on the fly, with no logic, because that means everything can be fucked. The reason why they said this was important in AGDQ is you get to see the speedrunner doing almost every type of glitch possible.
Mm-hmm. And they have to be perfect.
Outside of the major super game.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of like, and not like the game breaking ones where it's like, oh, I just like hacked into the memory and gave myself every item type glitch. But it's like, yeah, there's like this weird clip here you can use to get into this temple that we found, years and years and years ago that no one used because it never mattered, right? But now in randomizer, it's important, right? Because maybe you need it to get in somewhere, and maybe that also leads into finding new glitches too. Because people are now trying to find new ways to do things, especially in the no logic randomizers, right? Because now everything's a challenge. The most recent one for randomizer is actually a port between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, where the two games talk to each other, and it's randomized items amongst both games.
What the fuck, dude?
That's pretty dope. Though.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. It's the max settings in that one is to the point where NPCs are randomized, as in no NPCs outside of enemies spawn. And you have to like, you open a chest and it'll be like, you found, what's the name in the fucking game? Mayor Nash.
Or whatever. The
Yeah,
fuck.
like, yeah, you found Keaton and Lon Lon. Right, Keaton and, no, because it's the two people. No, it's because they're tied
Cafe.
together, right?
Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Cafe. Yeah, Keaton and Cafe, right? So it's like, boom. Right, so you have to find them too. Yeah, but now you need to think. It's randomized, so he or them, right, the two of them, because they're paired together, could be anywhere in Ocarina of Time, anywhere in Majora's Mask, and you can't check their thing until you find. Yeah.
Oh, Mitch,
those-
you suck.
So the fun thing with those randomizers,
you can get out of there. You can do it. You can do it.
So the fun thing with those randomizers is like the times it takes to complete them is like 80 hours. But it's actually
yeah,
fun.
right.
It's just fun content to watch, though.
Right.
Right.
You know,
You
the worst games are the ones you gotta buy stuff for. You know, buy extras and
the
do this, do
microtransactions,
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, come on, you already bought the game.
Yeah.
It's a model that they found out they can make billions of dollars,
God,
therefore they're going to do it forever. That's the sad part.
Oh yeah.
But in general, yeah.
It's crazy. I watched my little cousin beg, almost cry for
Yep.
$10
Yep.
for a new character.
Yeah. It's silly.
I said, what the hell?
Instead of just grinding and doing your
Crazy.
job. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, the best games, like if you want to pay for something, make it like your skins and shit like that. Whatever. If you want to look cool, cool. But like if you make it pay to win, it's stupid.
Either birdie.
Like, even Gongnos, I said for Blizzard, I wouldn't mind if they got rid of the sub, but then put like, like just transmogs and mounts and stuff, like cool mounts and stuff into the store.
Yep.
Like completely optional shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like skins and shit, like where it doesn't
Whatever
actually
fuels
affect
the
your gameplay.
game, Whatever keeps development going,
Yeah. Well, it's
That's all that's really important.
it's
with, like,
about
the
that
sub
and
and
making
shit.
money. That's always the thing. It's that, and then
TLC
you got to make
or
money.
whatever. Microtransaction. Yeah, they got profit. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's they think about the players enough to make money off them, and not too much where they bitch about it. Like that's kind of their goal. They got a fine line to walk. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Like
follow this
Blizzard.
guy on
That's the thing.
TikTok. He's a Madden guy, and his net worth is over 10 mil
Yep.
just for playing the game. That's all he does is play the game.
Yep. Streams all day. Yep.
You know, and I'm like, yeah, he
Yep.
streams and
They're
gets
entertaining.
galaxies
Yep.
and hearts or whatever. You know?
Yep. It's about talking shit and being funny when you're doing like if you're doing like Madden and shit. See, like it's different. So like if someone watches like Legend Zelda people play, I mean sometimes they want funny shit, but sometimes they want like the best players, so they know all the tricks and trades and shit, you know. But like someone like Madden or like, even like Call of Duty, if you're good at it, that's cool. But if you can make people laugh because you're talking shit to people and just being outgoing and funny, that's the
Yep.
key. Those are the people that make all the money in streaming like that.
Yeah, and you're not ugly. Well, actually, they are ugly. That sketch dude, he's on a Sprite commercial now.
Uh-huh.
He's from Madden too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
No, it's just followers. Like I said, if you can
Hey,
make if you
hey.
who we
All
hate.
we need is Queso to be the. All we need is Queso to appear on Ozempic.
He will, don't worry.
What about Pete on Nutrigenics?
Right? Hey,
My
man.
brother,
Yep. Hey, man.
he's getting up there in that age range. I think he turned 45.
I know.
You know?
Him and David are the same age, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah.
Everybody's getting old now. I'm a fucking grandpa.
I know, it's crazy.
A year ago.
I know, that's crazy. Same as Pete,
Sounds
right?
like an
Pete's a
ish
grandpa too,
you,
right? Or about
Not
to
an
be?
ish me. I'm just kidding. It's probably like the nicest blessing in your life. So
Wally, you got to be what? 41?
Not
40?
even. No, I'm 37, baby.
me?
Me.
Wally's a big 4-0, I think.
No, I'm 37.
Yeah, where's your guys' age? Gong Show, is that a picture of you? I can probably guess your age.
All right, let's see it.
What do you think
here
it
it
is? Is that
you
hold on?
look
You should ask him how
around.
modern that picture is too. If you're being smart.
Shit. God, you look young and old.
Gong's a solid 37.
What?
I was gonna go 41.
What? What? You son of a bitch. You're fucking
Just
with
because of
me.
the
You're
hair.
fucking with me.
Because of the hair.
No,
No,
just
I'm
because of that
bald.
high forehead.
Oh my god, the high forehead. I got a big head, all right.
A lot of brain in there, bro.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm 35. 35. 35. Yeah,
Or you wanna-
You
Got
have to
plump head.
guess my age based off
I wa-
my voice.
I was 6 years off, so you can go pick your prize at Valley Fair.
right now.
Yeah.
Like right now.
I would guess you're probably 32.
Oh, dude,
So
I did
you're
the
the same
ripcord
age as
for the first
Wally,
time
then.
this
No,
past
Wally's
year.
older, yeah.
Actually, it was fucking dope.
Hey, Brandon, are you
You know,
are you
ripcord
technically an
thing, you know,
80s
the
baby
fucking-
or
you
are you
know,
a
the
90s
fucking-
baby?
What do they
Why
call
can't
it?
I hear you, Wally?
You can't hear me?
Wally's gone.
What happened again?
Yes.
It happened again?
Or where is he? No, he's there.
I'm
He's there.
lost.
He's just muted.
Oh my god, it happened again.
Yeah, he is muted.
Wait. He looks like he thinks he's talking to us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're back to
He's
this.
muted for about a minute and a half
Or
now.
maybe he's talking to some. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We can't fucking hear you, bitch.
I heard. It's back to this shit again.
So how do you know
Alright.
Wally from Misfits?
Hold on.
No, just from Facebook.
Okay.
Like I probably added him randomly and then he just read my shit.
I thought this guy's weird. I like him.
Right?
Yeah, Gong just came out and was like, "Yo,
What up,
I
what
saw
up?
your profile and like you're really beautiful, and I want you
Yep.
to add me."
Exactly. Yep.
We're back to
Right.
this shit where they
I
can't hear
thought
me
we'd like
again?
to get to know each other. Yeah, I was like a bot or whatever.
Why?
Exactly.
Yeah, we went to Epiphany with each other.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking grew up in the trailer park over off
Egret?
Egret. Yep.
I'll be back streaming, I guess. I don't know, my audio. Oh, it says working, but I gotta